request. What's up, fellas? Doing great, man.
Another wild day in the markets, they see.
Yes, sir.
What's up, fellas?
It was interesting for sure. I'll say that. A lot of interesting news came out today, more or less. Not necessarily I was watching the markets, but just the new Moonfall NFT, the margin call news. The box office is doing really well, especially for movies you wouldn't consider. And then there was a lot of engagement on Twitter today. It was a really good day. Tara got her account back, so that's good.
I don't know. I saw a lot of good news about AMC today come out.
Yeah, the debt refinancing. You know, Adam Aarons talked about it, but if they refinance the toxic debt they got from the death spiral lenders back in 2019, not only will they save tens of millions of dollars in interest payments, but they'll get out from under those restrictive covenants, and then AMC can do so much more for the shareholders. It'll be a really good deal. Everything is going in a very positive direction for AMC. I know, you know, the price action or whatever, but fundamentally, the short thesis is completely destroyed in the dirt, done, to the point to where it's anybody who's trying to say that AMC is fundamentally off as a company is just a liar or wrong, because we got Q4 coming up. They're looking to go cash flow positive, return to profitability anyways. And the box office is doing fantastic, you guys. It's looking really good. So I'll pin the link to Box Office Mojo where I got it set for January 2022, so everybody can look and see how the numbers are. Sorry if you hear a little bit of noise while I'm talking. I'm using my foot spot today while I'm streaming.
What's that, Spets? Never heard of that before.
It's like a little tub that you stick your feet in, put hot water in it. It's got a heater, bubbles, massage. You can put essential oils in it.
I thought you were talking about either a new mic or a new social media platform you're using.
It does sound like a social media platform. Foot spa.
How's that going for you, Spence?
Oh, it's amazing. It's so relaxing. I've put some mint essential oil in with it, and it's invigorating my life.
You know, I need to get
out here
myself
living
one of
his
those.
best life.
It sounds nice. It really does.
Sorry, I'm hitting buttons here. You guys open it up with whatever you want. I mean, whatever's in the headlines. Moonfall. I got my tickets today to go see Moonfall. I'm gonna get my NFT. So it'll be my third AMC NFT. And I'd like to point out that by doing this, you know, we talked about royalties and stuff like that. the real kicker to NFTs is with movie releases that now you're basically going to the movie for free, because you can turn around and sell your NFT for 5, 10, 15 bucks, no problem. So, you know, I'm not going to sell mine. I'm going to keep all my NFTs for the entire year. I'm going to put it in my 2022 collection. And then if I do sell them, I'll sell it as an entire collection. So I think it's really cool how AMC has capitalized on this.
And same for me. Like, I didn't even see the trailer of Moonfall. I wasn't really interested in seeing the movie until I saw an NFT associated with this. I'm like, say less. I bought a ticket today just
Yep.
for it.
That's the same thing. Yeah, I planned on seeing it because I like Samuel Tali, but when they did the NFT, I immediately bought my ticket and reposted. So the viral sensationalism of distributing NFTs from movie releases is the box office. I assume with every movie they release an NFT, they'll probably have a 25% minimum engagement in box office numbers. Other than that, the NFT box office numbers are good. I pinned that to the top so you can look at that. Tara got her account back. She should be coming in later. I'm trying to think what else is going on today. I did a poll. I'll pin that too. What type of NFT should AMC do next? And I put, should they do NFL NFT, an MMA NFT, fan art NFT, or another movie NFT? I think that's something people should think about. I think it would be cool to see some fan art NFTs drop with a movie one time.
I'm gonna look for that poll that you said that you posted or tweeted, and I'm gonna pin it to the call here.
So what's good? What's up, Jared?
Hey, man. Just want to say hi to everybody, and good stream today. Some nice Pokemon stuff going on, and I don't know enough about NFTs. I think it's a good idea, but I had the idea.
What's up, Jared?
I had the idea. What's up? That
No,
maybe
that was my speaker in the background. Sorry.
Oh, hey, what's up, anyways? I only got a couple of minutes before I got to split and go to a basketball game for my 13-year-old. But
Oh, nice.
I don't know enough about NFTs, but it seems like scarcity might be a good thing. So if they did a few for these new releases and did the fan art thing, and then kind of shut it off, it might help, like at least with the value of them. Or I mean, you know, the more that are flooded into the space, then the less valuable each one becomes. So I don't know. That might be something to think about.
Yeah, I'm going to bring up Wax. I hate it when it does that. You type in Wax into Google search and it takes you to like waxing and stuff. It's weird.
How many were released for the Matrix one? I know there's like really like a few. Like, I was sad I didn't get one.
Was it 100,000? Let me Google it.
It was like really low supply. Like, I'm like
50,000.
I'm not. Okay.
How many? Nope, 100,000. There was 100,000 Matrix NFTs. I'm looking up to see what is going on with the Ion AMC NFT sales. I'm going to see if any more happen. But just based on that, just the Ion AMC NFT, which, look, you guys, I keep getting DMs about, oh, I'm going to gift it to this person or give it away. You guys, you're going to get content drops through your Ion AMC NFT. That means they can send you coupons, deals, crypto. We don't know what they're going to send us yet. Don't give away if you want to, go ahead. I don't recommend giving away your Ion AMC NFT. I would hold it minimum for the 1 year time frame where you don't have to pay anything for it to host on Wax. But you're going to get a lot of good stuff from it, all kinds of digital content and who knows what else. So make sure you know what it is before you give it away.
Yeah, I think a floor price starting to stabilize, right? I've been seeing something more recent around like either 20 or 50.
AMC. Yeah, there's a lot of $25, $20 range. I'm pulling it up now, or trying to anyways. Wax was actually down today. I tweeted at them saying I can't log in, and they, within 5 minutes, tweeted back and even had a little playful back and forth with me while they were fixing it. I was really impressed with their customer service.
I thought that was funny with your wax on, wax off meme. I thought that was hilarious.
You told me that, didn't you? Wasn't that you?
Yeah, I put that down there. I seen Tara posted something about Kat Striker has an announcement too. Do you know anything about that?
Oh, no.
Okay. All right. I just posted it up top. I thought maybe she was coming in.
She said she was. She's supposed to be coming in. She's pretty pumped that she got her account back, but we'll see. All right, let's check the market view. And I'm doing all this live on YouTube. I got a new camera today, guys, so it doesn't look like I'm like a Minecraft character anymore.
Did anyone see that Disney thing? Like AMC Disney? Like the Disney membership where if you have, or not membership, Disney card, you can actually like use it to watch any Disney movie or like Star Wars movie on AMC.
Yes, I think it's in their stubs section, isn't it? I'll bring that up next. I saw that like a couple months ago, but I wasn't really sure about exactly what it's for. If you wanna talk about it, man.
It was just something to do with like if you have the Disney Visa card, you're basically like a Disney member. You can like redeem things. If not, like use your card to like buy and redeem like any Disney content. Like basically get an AMC movie ticket with it.
So the last I own AMC NFT was sold on January 25th. So today, and it was $23.54. And AMC is getting a small royalty for every time one of these sell. Let's see what the top price was. Highest. $232.20. I heard a rumor that somebody collected like 15 of these things. I can't remember who told me. But imagine if they send you a Doge crypto drop or something to redeem, and you own 25 I own AMC NFTs that you bought for $20 a pop, and they gift you $20 worth of Doge per NFT. You know, who knows, man? Who knows what they're going to do with it? I'm excited to see, though. Go ahead, Jared, man. We're just kind of vibing up here, dude.
No sweat. I'm just going to say I'm going to sign off, and I don't know if I'll be able to get back on. I don't know how long this call is going to go, but I hope everyone had an awesome day. I did, and I hope everyone has a great evening, and I hope to see you all soon.
You, man. Good luck at the game.
Thanks, brother.
Well, anybody else can talk, too. Everybody just come to be quiet.
I guess our bull trap thesis from yesterday might have been proven right. We ended up negative on overall market.
Yeah.
But crypto's still up. Like, it's not bottoming. It's still up overall. So I find that really interesting.
Checking IWM had a nice little push today. Right around just before 2:00, and then tapered off a little at the end, but it was pushing pretty good. So
Hey, sorry about that. Sorry if I was being quiet. I was actually fixing up the title of the call. So.
What's up, guys? How's everybody doing today?
Hey, well, doing good. How's it going?
Man, I'm a little sore. I'm walking like a baby giraffe today.
What? What happened?
I finally, after about a year and a half, I finally been feeling good enough, so I rejoined the gym and started going to the gym. So I did a light leg day, and woo, I put it this way: I used to deadlift about 500 pounds, and today I was barely squatting about 95 pounds, and ooh, good lord.
Wow, good for you.
Yeah, I need to get back in the gym for sure. So I'm curious if you guys haven't checked out the top, I put up a poll to kind of get an idea of what type of NFT people would like next. I think that's something that we haven't really gave to AMC yet is our wants on what type of NFTs. I mean, they should do a movie NFT for any movie they can. I 100% within a year say they release 30 movie NFTs in a year and they're getting a 10% royalty from each NFT and there's I don't know 80,000 each time. It's going to generate new revenue stream, like a passive revenue stream that's just going to continuously go with AMC through the years. But I'm really curious as to what type of NFTs everybody would actually like to get. And I think if they did say like NFL sports NFTs, more people would go to see the football games at the theater. And I think those types would probably be more collectible. So it's just a thought.
Definitely something more rare and meaningful, if that makes sense, because they had too many of like the little Spider-Man, like the little spider that turns. That's what I got, but
Yeah.
you're not going to be able to really sell them and build them up if you have like 2,000 of them versus a more keeping them a little bit more rare.
Right. You know, like I said, the cool thing is though is I could put my Spider-Man NFT up for $20 right now, and I would get the price of my movie ticket back double. So, they've created a system where going to the movies it's profitable. it's
Good
it's
point.
really interesting.
Even for the Spider-Man one, like I had already got my tickets earlier in the like before they announced the NFTs, and I'm just like, okay, I'll just go this day with my friends, and then the whole NFT thing dropped, and I'm like, okay, I gotta get my like at least one ticket for me on that day just to get the NFT. So definitely got like double tickets just for the NFT.
Yeah, me too. I bought my NFT ticket, and then of course, I wanted to go take my kid to the movie, so I bought two more tickets. Uh, it's a brilliant plan. I think it's just another thing that short sellers have. They're so out of touch with current markets and emerging markets that they don't have any idea what's going on with this NFT game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry, like
that
a
that
projector
company that
company.
makes screens or something.
Yeah, they
I
make
seen that.
immersive screens. Um, they make immersive screens that you can interact with. So one, I'm hoping they're just revamping screens at their new properties they're opening up. But I tweeted at Adam Aaron months ago and I said it would be cool if theater moviegoers, when they were waiting during the previews or after the previews or whatever, could engage in some type of immersive game with your cell phone on screen. Like even if it's just asteroids or whatever, you're sitting there on your phone playing whatever on the big screen as a group of people. I think it would be really cool. And then they could post your score per theater live on like some kind of AMC theater arcade scoreboard. I think it would be really cool. Not sure what. Okay, somebody did something with Unusual Whales. Did something today with some type of tracker. I didn't get to research exactly what it was. Does anybody know what that was?
Yeah, it was it the tracker. You're talking about the one where they're like where hedge funds are basically spending money trying to get like the Twitter and Reddit like most discussed tickers and this and that, and basically Unusual Wealth's like, oh, I'm just gonna make it for free. That one, or is it a different one?
That might have been it. I thought somebody said something about some type of social media thing because they were talking
About
about
them
the
like
BlackRock.
tracking social media or whatever. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Let me look it up real quick.
That dude does a lot, or whoever it is. Props to Unusual Whales. The stuff that's happening in Congress, I directly contribute to Unusual Whales and the viral sensationalism of his tracking of insider trading in Congress. It's going to make such a big difference. I think 27 seated Congress people have all signed on to support the bill to ban active stock trading while seated in Congress. So that's really good news, you guys. And I think it'd be cool if we went over the meeting agendas again, I think tomorrow, for Gary Gensler and who else is doing? Jerome Powell or the DOJ? I can't even remember from the call last night.
It's the SEC mainly, and the Fed.
Good. Things are happening. Things are definitely happening. Go back to my box office post. I'll read off some of these numbers. Spider-Man is still kicking in the box office. And I think these numbers are actually low. It might not be reported up to date. So total, yeah, that's not right. 720 million. Spider-Man's up over 1.7 billion. I wonder why these numbers are different. Oh, that's from the release date to today. Sing 2 is crushing it. Scream is crushing it. Scream's getting close to 60 million. Kingsman, 31 mil. I mean, people are going to the movies, you guys. It's a really good deal. So if you've never talked before, real quick, if you guys could tweet the call out, that would be much appreciated. It's really hard to find sometimes. I keep getting messages about how to find the call. And if you've never came up to speak before, you should try it. I feel like when people come up to speak for their first time, it's liberating for them, and it also helps the community get more involved with each other. So feel free to request, come up, talk about anything you want. It doesn't have to be headline topics. We're just kind of vibing today, so.
Absolutely. I remember my first time.
I do too. No, I'm kidding.
No, it was fun, like I'm not like an introvert or anything like that, but when you are talking with strangers, it's a little difficult at times, but we're not all strangers. We're all here for the same thing. I believe we all believe in the company. So just come up and maybe tell us about your AMC in your place, and what you see and what you think of the NFT and things like that. That'd be great.
Or talk about movies that you're looking forward to going to see this year. Something simple like that.
Hi
If you
guys.
guys haven't watched the preview to Top Gun,
Tara.
My bad.
please go watch the Top Gun preview.
Sorry, Top Gun first, then I'll say hi. My bad.
No, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't see you. I'm changing my foot spot out, so I didn't see you join, Tara.
It's all good. I saw my name, so I was like, okay, I'll go in and say hi. I hope everyone's having a good day. For some reason on my end, it said that the call was going to be like an hour and a half from now.
Time zones.
Yeah, but it auto sets to your own time zone, so I don't know. Did you have it scheduled for later, Spence?
Yeah, Twitter has massive time zone issues because if I put 4 p.m. Eastern time, or if I put 4 p.m. on my phone, right, so everybody thinks it's Eastern, it won't start the call till 4 p.m. Mountain time.
Well, it goes off of
So
your own time. So
right,
whatever
I
you
wish
set
they
the
would.
time for you, it'll auto set the time for whoever else correctly to their time. What time did you set this one for you?
I changed it to 2 p.m. for
Okay.
me because that's 4 Eastern time. But
Yeah, because it said 3 p.m. for me on the West Coast. So I thought maybe
Yeah, it
you
says
did
6
it for 5 originally.
I did set it at 4 originally because I was
Oh, 4. Oh, because you're Mountain Time. Yeah, so that would be 4.
Mountain Time.
So yeah, it auto sets it for the other time zone. Like, so if that makes sense. Anyway, but yeah, I like that you guys are encouraging other people to come up and talk and join in on the conversation, share your voices, be a part of the party up here. I think it's important. I'm going to tweet out the call and hopefully other people do as well, just in case people don't see it at the top. A lot of times they're not showing up there, especially when AMC, for whatever reason, is tagged. The calls seem to be suppressed. So if you can, please tweet it out so other people see the call and can join.
So
Deke, were you gonna say something or?
is my mic not working? Hello?
We can hear
Hello?
you.
Hello.
It's working or I can't tell.
No, it's working. It's
Oh,
working.
Tara, what happened? We got it's been a suspenseful night. What?
Well, I really thought that I was going to be donezo for good because when this happened with my last account where it was giving me the error that I needed to reset my password, but wouldn't allow me to reset my password, I just got stuck in this like time warp or space-time continuum or something where I could not do anything about it. And when you used to be able to check the status of your account on this website called shadowban.eu, which has since been removed because they changed Twitter software when they changed to the new CEO from Jack, who apparently has ties to certain hedge funds. I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. So anyway, but I got ghost banned on that last account, and so I figured, okay, that's the same thing. Someone, a good friend here, put in a word at Twitter to someone that they know, like a friend of a friend who works for Twitter, and miraculously, I got an email at 1 a.m, and it was a little more personalized from Twitter, and then today, when I checked, I was able to actually reset my password. They linked my email back to my account. So whoever tried hacking my account basically unlinked my email address from my account. So I recommend all of you, if you can, and you feel inclined to do so, go into your settings on Twitter and make sure that you have the setting turned on where it requires... Here, I'll tell you guys exactly where. If you go to settings and privacy, I think it's in your account. There's a place where you can make it to where people cannot, access. It requires you to have your email address in order to change your password. So if you go to your security settings, it should be in there. You go to your settings, go to security, and then it says additional password protection, password reset protection, and you turn that on. And that way people cannot try to just sign into your account over and over using your username without having your email or phone number as backup. Also, 2FA is super important, which I had set up, and then somehow my phone number got removed from my account. So super weird stuff, but I'm back. Thankfully, whoever it was, the person at Twitter was able to go in and fix however my email got unlinked from my account, they fixed it. Anyway, thank you guys for all the support.
We're gonna go to Truth Social.
What was that, Spence?
They got worried you were going to go to Truth Social and dip out with your following.
I mean, honestly, they should be, because I think they're going to lose I think they might lose a lot of people to Truth Social if they're not, careful here, but we'll see what happens.
one user here, 10 users there with 90K plus followings. That's a lot of ad revenue, you know? So
True story. I just wanted to come in and say hi. Can you
Hi,
guys hear me?
Rhonda.
Hi, guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, Rhonda.
Hi. I just
Hey,
wanted
girl.
to say hi and to say I am so glad that you got your account back. I just felt for you so much listening to your voice last night. You were just beside yourself. And my heart went out to you, and I was like, this has got to get fixed because she can't be quieted. Her voice has to be heard. So I am so glad that everything has worked out for you. And I'm glad that you have friends of friends.
Thank you, Rhonda. Yeah, it was hard to keep my composure, but at the same time, I felt this importance of, coming onto a call to prove that it was me, because there have been so many accounts pretending to be me and all of this weird kind of stuff on Twitter, and some of them trolls, some of them crypto scammers, all kinds of different things. So right away, people who, know me here were blocking me on that backup account. So I was like, okay, I got to do something. I was not really in the happiest mindset, but whenever I'm feeling that way, usually getting outside helps. So that's why I started the call while I was outside watching the sunset and feeling like my most relaxed for the day yesterday. And I figured, okay, I'm just going to make a statement, and I'll see y'all in a month on Truth Social. And then bam, today
And
I'm back.
everyone would wait a month, I mean, we're there for you. I mean, you take a lot of heat. This has been a tough road. I see the things that people post and their behavior, and it's just unacceptable.
Set and feeling
But
like my
if
most
you
relaxed.
needed to take yourself and go outside, I love to be outside. I think I think it's scientifically proven that your blood pressure drops 20 points from when you go outside and just be in nature. I can imagine having the spotlight on you for such a long time, and not giving yourself those mental health breaks. We all need them. It has been hard to be on Twitter, and I've not been on it. I came for this game. That's what I'm here for, is this community, this family, and to see markets change, and to let our voices be heard, and do all the things that we can do for prior generations that are coming behind us.
That's right, Rhonda. And honestly, woman to woman, you have no idea what it means to me. When I saw you, you were one of the faces that I saw right away yesterday, tuning in. And my voice is so shaky right now. I'm trying not to be, I'm trying to be tough, but just woman to woman, I just appreciate the love and the support and the kindness, because there are just certain narratives and certain pictures that people are trying to paint about me, and it's ugly. It gets really ugly, but I just want people to know, if I can do it, you can do it. We can all stand up to it. We're all stronger than they are when we're all together, and that's all that matters.
And I 100% agree with that. I really, really do. And that's why I think it was so important, for me to reach out to you and say, hey, we have your back. And this is tough, especially when you decide to use your voice. When we all decide to use our voices, we put targets on our back. That's just the way it is. And that's how things can, escalate out of control for some people. And some of the behavior that I've witnessed, it has just been atrocious and uncalled for. But I think that the gang that we're in, and those that have our backs and we have theirs, like, we can get through this. Whatever crap or FUD or, you know short sellers that come in and listen down below at the calls and be all creepy, and they're trying to just knock us off our game, and we have to just dig our feet in. I mean, in the Great Depression, people spent their money to watch movies. I mean, what does that say? When they were like food or movies, they would go to the movies. you
My
know, and
my great grandpa used to own a little theater he built behind the Midway gas station on M61 or M18 in Gladwin, Michigan, and that's my grandparents used to tell me the stories about how people still wanted to go to the movies during that time. Keep going, Rhonda. I'm sorry, I just had to spit that out. It was a good
no,
memory.
I think that's cool. Like Jay Brett, I don't know if he's on here or not, but you know, just hearing him talk, he gets me fired up because I'm like 100%. I agree with that, you know. And so he gets me fired up a little bit on space calls because it's funny. Like I have children older than he is, and you know, but he is just spot on. You know, talking about history and the fact that history repeats itself, and we have to bring a lot of wisdom to this, and I think that you guys do. I think it's important for us to all stay grounded, and you know, and keep our mental health a number one priority, because taking a lot of heat like this and then taking it from when within your own, you know, support of a group of people, um, you know, when you take that in the midst of it as well, you know, you feel kind of blindsided, and that's tough. So you know, I think that as much as we can, you know, be with each other, encourage each other, support each other, and especially women, you know, women supporting other women are so very important, because we are a small percentage, but we have strong voices and they need to be heard, but we need to support each other along this process because it's not easy.
Does anybody else feel their spiritual core being healed as Rhonda speaks? Because I feel really
Yes,
good right now.
yes, and woman power. That's right. Love it. So
Yeah,
glad to
it
hear you're
is. And
speaking, Rhonda.
we don't have enough women speaking up, and you know, obviously the markets are predominantly men, you know, so
Yes.
it's hard enough, and then you know, to see what happens to a woman who does have a voice getting just kind of ridiculed and dragged through the mud. It's very disheartening for other women to want to put themselves out there or even, you know, be on any sort of a platform. So while it's rough, it's just the internet, and I'm not going to, you know, chalk it up as anything more unless it becomes anything more. I know there are some scary things too, and those should never be accepted or acceptable, and that's where I draw a line. And you know, having people like you, Rhonda, and everyone who, you know, has my back makes me feel a lot stronger in knowing that I'm gonna be okay. Like at the end of the day, it's all be okay. We're gonna be okay. We're here for market fairness. Some people aren't. Some people don't mind the markets, you know, being a cheat system because they know the cheat code. Well, unfortunately, we don't stand by that. And, you know, it pisses people off, the ones who are able to, you know, pull one over on others. And I get it. But oh well, sucks to suck. Like suck it up and
It does.
realize our voices need to be heard. We have a worldwide movement here. This isn't just United
Exactly.
States related. Yeah.
Exactly.
I
This
went and
is
got my
worldwide.
sage stick to burn because I'm feeling very spiritual.
Yeah, Rhonda, your voice. I hope you come and talk more because yeah, you
I
just exude
I
like
get that a
healing.
lot. I really do. That's so funny. And I can walk through the strangest places, like an airport, and like children come up and crawl into my lap. Like it's like dogs, it doesn't matter. I've had dog owners go, I've never seen my dog do that before. So there's just something about my spirit that is so funny like that. Like people always have said, I feel so soothed and calm just listening to your voice. And I think it's funny because I don't hear myself like that. But I'm glad that that comes across, because I truly, from the heart, want to say that to you, because I've seen the struggle, and the struggle is real. And you've got people that are playing a game, and that's what they do. They choose to play that game. I could not imagine how emotionally draining it is to choose to play that game every day. because it would be emotionally exhausting. I was thinking that a couple of weeks ago in one of our space calls. I was like, man, how much time does it take? It just takes over your whole life, and it cannot be worth it. But everybody's got a different journey, and our journey is to come together, support each other. I love Spence and his ideas for the NFTs, movie NFTs. I mean, preach it, brother, because that is going to be the way of the future. And I think that's something we need to embrace. And we have to stand strong, and we have to hold on to each other, because right now we're all we have, and we have to buy if we can buy. But if we can't, we have to love and support.
Love it. Love it.
Absolutely.
Man,
Please
I
tell me
just,
this is going on YouTube, Spence, or being recorded so I can listen back.
It's all. You can even catch me burning my white mountain sage smudge stick that I collect myself too when I go on hikes.
Awesome.
Very
What's
spiritual.
up, Sugar Kush? How you doing?
thank you for coming back. We are glad you are back. And Rhonda, man, you should keep talking. Listening to you, I don't know why I don't know why you even never tried to come before. Talk. Listening to you, it's just, this is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. This is why people don't want Tara and this group, to succeed on. They want her gone, because it's not just a bunch of people, it's a family. It's people caring about people. This is beautiful. I love our group. Every time I come, it just makes my life, even more beautiful listening to all of you guys.
I don't know if I would have gotten my account back if it wasn't for people caring about people, and someone caring enough and feeling my voice was important enough that they went out of their way to put in a word at Twitter to get it sorted out. So you're 100% right. When this happened to my last account, it was like 2,000 followers. I didn't have like the platform that we have. I don't want to say because this is us. We've built this. I can't have a platform without each and every single person who chooses to follow me. So it's us, and no one really, it wasn't a big deal. Like, I feel like so many accounts just get shut down left and right, and oftentimes for the wrong reasons. And it's unfortunate, but I appreciate that someone important to me went out of their way, to ensure that, that I would be back and would have my voice back. So it means a lot. It means a lot to have all of you, we all got to just keep each other strong, uplift each other, and do exactly what you guys do here in these calls. I mean, I avoid speaking on calls. I avoid listening to a lot of calls. I look for the positivity. I look for the uplifting environment. And this is where I've continuously found it here in the way Spence runs it, Jen, Swing today. Oftentimes it's PJ, and all of you guys who come up and contribute and just bring so much positivity. It means a lot. You guys are amazing. Just keep it up and keep strong. Don't back down. Don't back down for anybody.
Hey guys, I don't know if I said this yesterday to you guys, or I might have just told Tara, or I'm not sure if I was in this group. So I was talking to my buddy that works at Federal Credit Union. He works in the security for their IRA, the bank statements, and that whole entire deal. Anything that has to do with internet and the banking system. And they're a chain of banks. I told him what was going on with these glitches. And that's his specific department. And he said there's no way that these glitches are happening inside of that. And if they're changing, it's because they're hiding it, because of the algorithms and all of the data put into it. So I thought that was really great news.
Yeah, Jay Brett works a lot on programming type stuff like that. And he was saying the same thing. He said, the amount of glitches is, it's pretty suspicious with the amount of glitches on the same stock when no other stocks are having it. Maybe GME has them. But he said the chances of somebody going in and just, oops, I accidentally misput a decimal, or I put 40% instead of 20. It doesn't make any sense. They are absolutely 100% hiding the real data. So, because if they put it out, there would be FOMO buying like nobody's ever seen.
Now, interesting part is, he said that that's not even something that you would go in there manually. It would be when you review it, and if something was wrong, you would change it. So he said that the decimal point and everything would always be on track. The only reason why they're changing it is because they're manually manipulating it. So it looks like it slipped through the cracks. Also, the friend that works in a firm said the exact same thing.
Well, when they changed it on, was it TD Ameritrade? They changed it from the 40% SI back to the previous date's short interest. And then when they changed it back, they messed up again. So I think we're seeing it with all this margin call news. I think the Fed and the SEC is trying to find out how to deleverage everybody without crashing the global economy. And I think everybody's been right the whole time. I think.
And to add to that, I'm in IT too, so like we have like our unit test, we have like our QA test, and like even our pre-production, like quality insurance, and usually things like that always get tested before anything's put out on production.
Yeah, the QA process prevents that. That's when they come out and throw a Twitter tantrum, which is what I call it, like when Citadel came out after January 28th and threw a Twitter tantrum.
Oh,
TD,
a what?
a Twitter tantrum.
I'm gonna make fun of you. I'm so sorry. I had to. Bad.
I was vibing after Rhonda spoke, and now you're in here making fun of me, Tara. It's just
My bad. You gotta laugh. I'm sorry. Okay, keep going about the Twitter tantrum.
As long as she doesn't start on your small following.
Yeah, I know, or my tiny following.
Tiny,
I labeled the
it's
damn call
getting
after her, and
bigger.
she's in here harassing me.
Yeah, I was giving you credit. I said small instead of tiny.
Kick me.
But you notice
like yesterday.
pattern.
Where's PJ when you need to kick me out of here?
Where is PJ? Yeah, Tara came in
man.
under her side account last night to talk to everybody, and PJ immediately just booted her. I was like, oh. PJ was like, ain't no fake Tara's getting in here. Wait, I don't know if I can do it in a Jersey voice.
I love her voice. She is straight gangster, that woman.
No
I'm like, I would never mess with PJ. Like, you can mess with me, but don't mess with PJ. That woman, she's a firecracker.
She's a bad Betty, that's for sure. She's awesome. I forgot what I was going to say. I'm just going to mute now. Thanks, Tara.
Bad Betty, baby.
So did you guys see the response from, I think it was Fidelity or Fintel to the SEC?
That was it.
They want to change the proposed rule change for short positions.
Of course they do.
As a 2-year extension before they implement it.
Oh, yeah, 2 years, dude. It's oh, my God.
That's 2 years to unwind their leverage.
So my foil hat theory on that is that whole public debate going back between Fidelity, some other hedge funds, I believe Citadel also had a lettering against their proposed rules. Those rules are basically toothless. There's not much in them that's going to do much or move the needle. What I believe is happening is this is just like a little play fight put on for the kids so that we think when they actually implement those rules that we actually won. And we haven't.
Yeah.
Hey, Deke, actually, that's a good point. But I just found out from a friend from Australia that almost everywhere else has these rules already implemented. We're the only knuckleheads that don't have it.
Because we're too greedy.
Our system right now, the problem is our government's so tied into our financial system that senators and congressmen have a special interest in supporting these hedge funds and these banks and these lobbyists. If they pass this bill where seated officials are not allowed to trade stocks actively, it's going to change everything. I tell people sometimes people are really passionate about certain issues, and I tell them that's great. Like, okay, and human trafficking is one of my top ones. But the way you end human trafficking is by fixing the financial system. The way you end money being stolen by Congress for stupid projects like this is real too. I want everybody to know this. Like giving $75,000 to someone to research robotic squirrels. There's shit like that, earmarks that get put into bills. I think ending active trading by seated officials in Congress is the first step. And the second step is going to a one bill, one vote, one subject line law instead of these massive 50,000 page multiple bill voting platforms. So, like I said, I hope everybody doesn't like get like depressed, like we're not doing anything. This movement has done more for exactly what you want, the financial industry, than I've ever seen anybody do in history. The bills that are coming out, the engagement with the senators and the congressmen is picking up. We trend every day. You can't hide it. So, keep up the good work, everybody. Keep talking about it. Keep pushing it. Again, Unusual Whales is always doing something amazing. So, Fintel and TD and everybody that throws Twitter tantrums, as soon as they get called out on social media, they come out with these wild responses on their Twitter that look like the boss man took over the Twitter page and kicked the social media manager off the keyboard. And I guarantee you, it's just like Space Force. Fuck Tony. When he is trying to tweet and telling everybody that what they're wanting to say is dumb, and he's usually always right. So, or not Moonfall. What was the Don't Look Up?
Yeah.
The social media engagement in that is
It
hilarious.
is. It is. I was just going to say, just to add on to what you were just saying really quick, I've gone into other communities since more recently, some crypto, different things. And so many people have commended us and our group for the work we've done and have said that we have paved the way for them and for what they're trying to accomplish within their communities. So NFT communities and crypto communities and others, I'll go in. They'll actually pick me out of the listeners and ask me to come up. Even today, I was asked to come up by someone in a crypto call, and I was just listening in on how they're running their show and what they're doing, and what the news is. And they specifically asked me to come up, and they always say the same thing, just how we sort of paved the way and made this all possible for them to have their voices heard, motivated other people. You, Spence, right now, you don't know who you might be motivating by doing what you're doing. And then, going the YouTube route while doing this, you're giving other people these ideas of what they could do and build off of. And I just think it's a big deal. And one day, even if it's not tomorrow, one day people will look back and it'll be known as the ape movement that started it all. And it's you guys who did it.
Absolutely. That's awesome. I'm making a meme right now. You just inspired me to make a meme. I'm doing it live on YouTube. It's going to be Voltron. And it's like NFT community, crypto community, AMC community, GME community. We all need to merge together to form one ultra fighting robot and take these motherfuckers out.
Well,
Man.
the AMC
Not
and GME community, I feel like they're the apes. So I feel like it's like the planet of the apes as far as AMC and GME. I don't even think it's very separate at this point. It's very together. So
absolutely.
Somebody mentioned earlier, I think it was Spence versus Spence. You were gonna make NFTs or something?
Oh yeah, I've been handing them out for a while now. You want one?
Shit, I'll
You
trade.
got an OpenSea and a MetaMask wallet?
Yeah, buddy.
Kick it to my DMs. I'll send you one, man.
All right, Bubba.
I made one of Robin Hood bleeding out on the chart. It's pretty cool.
Send me your wallet address too, and I'll send you one of my NFTs.
Right on, dude. Appreciate it.
Yeah, bro.
NFTs, baby.
I see Ray's waiting with his hand up. I thought someone else was too, but maybe that was AMC Ape. I'm not sure. But hi, Ray. How's it going?
Hey, Tara. Good. How are you guys?
Wonderful. Happy to be back.
Hey, so first of all, I want to thank you all for the space you've been hosting for months, for your time, and for the knowledge you guys have. So I bought some shares of AMC. I'm gonna be honest, 2 digits. I'm like a usual common guy. And the first time I started investing in my life was with AMC. I bought the shares back in February last year. And, I told some friends about this thing because I figured it out on the Reddit. So I told some friends, like 5 of them, and only one listened to me. He made money because he sold, but I never sold because I trusted the movement and what we were aiming. So I spent months with my shares, not knowing what was going on, what was going to happen. I bought GameStop and AMC. And suddenly around September, October, I think it was Mr. Well retweet something from Turbo. So I followed her, and then I figured out you guys were having these AMC calls. And that's when I noticed, oh, we're still alive. We're still like, there's still people, and it's not me only, Like, I got so happy because of this, because I found the guys who were on the movement, and I was just I thought I was holding by myself. So
That's exactly how they want to make you feel. And I will never forget the way I felt after the buy button was removed almost exactly a year ago. And it was exactly that. The message boards were just flooded with these bot accounts that didn't talk positive about anything. Literally, their accounts were made to talk bad about AMC, tell everyone the squeeze is over, get out, everyone left, you're a baggie, you're a bag holder, all of this stuff that was really starting to get in my head because I was newer to the market and I had never seen anything like that on the other investments that I had made. But then I quickly realized, I thought about it and I thought, why do these people care so much? If this isn't a play and there's nothing here and it's dead, why wouldn't they just be on to the next thing? Why are they here worrying about my money and your money? Why are they here to tell us to get off this play if they have nothing to worry about and nothing to be afraid of? Why did they take the buy button away? So it really makes you start to question your sanity. And then you're exactly right, Ray. When I came to Twitter, it was because of an Elon Musk tweet about GameStop. I quickly got my old account that I had never really used. I didn't really like Twitter, and went on and commented on Elon Musk's tweet. And then a bunch of other apes, AMC apes were there, GME apes, and we all found each other and started to, grow from there. It was absolutely insane how quickly this community just caught fire.
yeah, totally. I was like, I'm holding because of you guys exist, and I've been listening to you guys for months. This is the first time that I've come up to speak on a Twitter call, and I'm really thankful for you guys.
I've seen you here for so long, Ray, and I'm so glad that you came up. I really, really am happy that you're here.
Yeah. Thank you guys for this space.
Thank you, and thank you for the support. And, I think that's the thing is when you look around and you go, how could this many people be wrong? How could this many people be wrong? Why is, big dog Charlie Gasparino so concerned about AMC? Why you really have to look at the writing on the wall and go, what is the deal? Like there's just got to be more to it. There's got to be hidden numbers that we're just not allowed to see. I mean, never, ever are they going to come out in the open and say, hey, by the way, this is a real squeeze play. And the ones that they do push are usually rug pulls, unfortunately, and people end up losing pretty bad. They FOMO in high. The market makers or whoever, they dip out, take their money and pull so much liquidity from retail. It's not even funny. So it's rough to watch that happen over and over and over. I've looked back at the investments that I was in prior to AMC, and they are so far below where I sold that, we're down on AMC as well right now. But the market as a whole is suffering massively. So, they're trying to really drive it home, drill it into our brains that it's an AMC thing. No, this is market wide. This is crypto. This is the stock market. It's a huge liquidity pull or whatever. I don't know, but it's massive, and it's not just AMC. And that's why I say things like, when in doubt, zoom out. You have to really look around, but to see the effort still here to get us off of AMC and get us off of this play makes me extremely bullish. And if more people like Ray can just find this community of people, shoulder to shoulder, we stand, we stay here. We're our heels are dug in. We're not leaving.
And that's been one of my
Hey,
points
did I
I
send
said
you
before,
guys?
is that if there was no there, AMC would be an irrelevant stock to the media. Why is it not relevant stock? It's at what, 15.92, and they're still writing about it as if there's no there, because there's a there. It doesn't have to be more complicated.
And then Jim
So
Cramer was tweeting about it today too in the morning.
exactly. And, a couple points that I want to make. Yesterday, I don't know if you all saw this, Charles Payne accidentally pocket called Twitter. He started a space call with a funny title where it was obvious that his pocket had dialed Twitter, started the call, and there was no talking on his end, luckily. But when I went in there, there were over 400 people in there, and it was almost, I would say 99% AMC apes.
Must have been his front pocket.
Yeah, you don't think it was a butt dial? I don't know, but another thing is there is a space call going on, another space call going on with a famous, like, there are famous people who start space calls, and AMC space calls are still bigger. They're still the biggest calls. Like, I would say on average, like if you put day after day after day, they just continue to stay. For me, I look at sentiment and I look at numbers, and I feel like numbers don't lie. So when you can see that the people are still here, like Ray was saying, you found this group of people and you knew, okay, wait a minute, they're still here. The media is freaking lying. Like, why are they pushing this narrative like, oh, meme stocks are dead? All stocks are dead. Have you looked at the stock market? I mean, it's awful. It is awful. It is a complete, it's just nasty out there. I mean, no matter what play you're in, I feel like you're probably having a really rough time. I don't know. But I know people are short and supposedly celebrating. I just find it really odd that they're celebrating by still coming to Twitter and trying to get us to sell our AMC shares. That's just me.
Going back to what you said about zooming out, can we just reflect that last year at this time we were trading at like $1 and some change? We're sitting here.
Yeah, actually,
Exactly.
1 year ago today, I bought my first shares of AMC, and my average was $4.60. By today, it was already kind of going up a little bit. So my first buy order, I went and looked at my screenshots. $4.60 today, 1 year ago. It's pretty crazy.
It's nuts.
Hey everyone.
But
Did
movies
anyone?
are good. Sorry.
Yep, no worries. Did everybody see? Since Tara, you mentioned Gasparino, did you see him on Clayman where he was referencing where AMC is gonna possibly have to file Chapter 11?
Are you serious?
Yes.
Was that today?
That was today.
That's after Eleanor was listening into our call yesterday.
That was today. All he does is talk negative about the apes, and that was the first thing out of his mouth on
That's
Clayton's
manipulation.
show today. It was pathetic.
He needs to be tried for manipulation if that's really what he said. Because telling somebody because you have a platform on national television that AMC is going to file for Chapter 11, that is bullshit. They're getting ready to go cash flow positive and possibly this Q4, if not Q1 2022. So he's purposely misleading people. That is bullshit.
So
Absolutely. He was all talking about it today. It was ridiculous. I could not believe what he was saying. I'm like, and I think there was another guy that that tweeted. I think he's in this movement as well. Peter G, I think is his Twitter name, and he texted pretty much the same thing. I was like, all right, I'm not the only one that recognized that. Holy shit.
If you have a link, I think we should collectively just sue the crap out of Charlie. It doesn't matter the reason. Just you'll hear from our.
Right. I'm surprised Deke hasn't been fired. But
Does
why
anybody
the hell has he not been fired?
Does anybody have a link to that so I can play it over the call? Does anybody
Yeah,
know
that
what
would be
episode?
great.
Yeah, I don't know if you go to the Fox Business. I don't even know if you can find it on the YouTube, but it's on the Clayman show. It's the show right after Charles Payne's.
Clayman Countdown. I'm looking it up now. I don't have cable. I have not had cable for 20 years.
Yeah, you should be able to find it on YouTube. They usually post.
Yeah, it was pretty. He's just like, I feel sorry for the apes who don't know, I don't know what they're going to be doing, but man, this is just such a bad play. And, AMC's more than likely they need new leadership and they're just going to have to potentially file Chapter 11. And I'm like, what? What are you seeing that I don't get this?
That's extreme. That man is crazy.
That's purposely and knowingly misleading. He talks as an analyst to investors. And when you come on TV and say a company is possibly going to have to file Chapter 11 when they're not, that's misleading. It's so bad.
I totally agree.
He's got such a complex, man. And I wish he would just come on the space call and talk and be real with us. Because, back in like 08 and 09, I liked his content. I liked what he was doing. But now it's like he's just struggling to remain relevant. When Twitter space call people are getting more of a reaction and more engagement than he has. And, that's something I want to talk about too. I see a lot of the negativity on Twitter coming from people who mainly got big followings off of Tara's back. They used to be in her calls. They gathered a following. And then all of a sudden, they're starting to throw fits and attack Tara because their engagement's down. You can have 2 million followers and have zero engagement. And I see that's what's happening to people lately because they've been attacking me and attacking Tara. The short sellers, the ape hunters engagement has gone way down. Lord Fed's account got banned because he's a loser.
I was going to say, if you notice, people will tweet, a bunch and then they'll mention my name, even if it's negatively, and then they get a bunch of response and likes and whatever. And that's fine. That's fine. But you're pigeonholing yourself. You'll never grow in hate. It's never a good way to try to grow a platform or, try to grow your voice or be heard. It might be fun in games, like if you feel that's the sentiment and you're going with the group, but really it's not. It's some squeaky wheels and some very convincing short sellers who got in people's heads, unfortunately. I even saw a call earlier and someone I know who's long AMC was sitting in there and a few others co-hosting with short sellers. And I'm like, they have literally found their way into the cracks and people don't even realize. I took a screenshot and circled the 3 short sellers that were up as speakers posing as AMZ apes. And so unless suddenly they went long and now all of a sudden they're all about the movement, I just am not buying it. And so it's unfortunate, but people, who are working against us will look for those cracks and then will really exploit them. And that's what you've seen happen with my name, unfortunately. But I'll take it as a compliment. I don't feel like people would be coming at me that hard if they didn't see me as a threat. And I don't mind, taking some bullets. I don't mind taking one for the team. It is what it is. I'm still here. I mean, Twitter, that all happened yesterday, but I'm back. I'm shocked, but I'm back.
Well, it's funny because they're not on the YouTube chat the past 2 calls, because when I called them out and said, these clowns went to YouTube and started talking smack on YouTube, but all they did was boost the engagement for the call. So now they're not on it anymore.
They couldn't reach you here because you have them blocked on Twitter. So they resorted to going to your YouTube live stream and talking smack about AMC over there. And then, they'll turn around and pose. And then they'll turn around and pose as positive. They'll go into calls and try to, act like I'm trying to help you. Well, why? Where were you when the buy button got removed? Why weren't you here to help us when the buy button got swiped? How about you help us with that if you're really here to help?
So
I care about your money.
Charlie's tweet, did you? He posted 1 hour ago, and I guess this was just before his appearance. And he actually says on Twitter, and somehow he got 19 replies, breaking debt reconstruction bankers tell Fox. I'm sure they did. the AMC restructuring will be difficult because the CEO is basically telling people first in line for its ass to accept stock at current levels that no one except apes believe is sustainable.
So he's actively using his platform and Fox Business to push his opinion that a stock isn't doing good or going to file bankruptcy or that the price isn't sustainable. Based
Wouldn't
on
that be
what?
like
That's
a
just his
huge
opinion.
But the fact
lawsuit,
he puts
like a defamation lawsuit, kind
the
of?
most fucked up thing about that is that he puts apes in there. That's what I think everybody should notice. He just took a slap at all apes needlessly. He's a fucking reporter on mainstream news, and he's using his platform not just to fuck with AMC, but to come against us. That no one except the apes believes is sustainable. What does it mean to your average fucking Fox Business watcher? It means nothing.
You know what he needs to invest in?
Speaking skills.
Some shoes that make him a couple inches taller.
What he needs to do is get on Charles' show.
How?
That's what I would be interested
Dude,
in.
Charles would fire his ass up, dude.
Yeah, that's
I
what I want.
love that.
He is only on Neil Cavuto's show and the Clayman show. He is never on Charles Payne's show, and I'm wondering why.
And he always talks over Liz, and it irritates the shit out of me that he hijacks her show every single time. I'm tagging Charles Payne in that.
I tweeted on that earlier saying it's amazing how he's always on those two shows, but he's never on Charles Payne's show. And I tagged Charles and Liz Clayman and Cavuto on it.
I'm rage typing right now. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Dude, yeah, it sounds like your keys are going to fall off your keyboard.
It's a Dell. It's strong.
Hey, suspense. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4. There's like 4 people with their hand up.
Yeah, let's go for it. It's pretty open today. So, I mean, Jordan, Stonky, and then Yer, if you guys want to go in that order. Jordan, Bueller.
Hi guys, sorry, I was just doing college work at the same time.
Hi Jordan, how's it going?
I'm not too bad. How are you? What's it like being back on Twitter?
Feels good. The struggle was real yesterday. I was like detoxing. It was probably a good thing though.
Flicking through and just seeing Tara's being banned. She can't get into account, and then I seen all like the fake accounts being made and everything else.
Yeah, it was rough. It's rough, but it feels good to be back. That's for sure.
But I just want to talk about sort of the price of AMC currently, more just the movement and everything else. As it was mentioned in some of the previous people, what they've said, it's obviously such a big movement, and if it wasn't such a big movement, the AMC, the Apes, GameStop, all the others, why would people be so involved? Why would people be trying to drive the price down? And for me, things like, is it Cinemark, the other main cinema in America? How are the prices so similar when AMC is such a greater cinema? That's why I can't seem to get my head around. And I know market caps taken into a completely different consideration are very different companies.
Well, the opposition was actually pumping Cinemark. That's all there is to it, because AMC outnumbers Cinemark theaters by a lot. AMC is the largest theater globally, I think, right now. And, you know, just like we were just talking about Charles Gasparino's post a minute ago, I get more engagement on some of my posts, more retweets, more likes, and I have 3,200 followers maybe. He has 140,000. That's why he's talking shit and using the ape community to spew his garbage, because his engagement is low. For how many followers he has, it's garbage. So if he doesn't use us and spread bad information, he's toast. He's done.
So a lot of the people that are spreading kind of the FUD, it's more about keeping people relevant than it actually is anything about the news.
Clout chasing. That's his last tweet. I'll read it to you guys. Let me go back to it. And this is just it. Now I'm reading it on our space call, so, but it says, breaking, debt restructuring bankers tell at Fox Business that AMC restructuring will be difficult because the company is basically telling people first in line for its assets to accept stock at current levels that no one except the apes believe is sustainable. More later on Liz Clayman. So one, he tweets that. Who are I'm doing air quotes, debt restructuring bankers? He always has sources or somebody, but he never names anybody he ever says he gets this information from. It's absolute garbage. It's like when they do political polls and they say, this looks like this person's going to win, and it's a poll of 2,000 people. And they say, America votes this way. It's garbage, man. This dude is the FUD factory. It's, oh, man.
I can imagine that, because the amount of crap that comes out, it's, to me as well, it's the only way that they can see the paper hands also taking the money out of AMC and out of the markets. Because if you hadn't ever have heard of what we're trying to do, you would sit there, shit, the stock's going to zero. This person's really wealthy, they're saying this, so we should follow. Whereas that's obviously the people then that have no idea of the true value of AMC.
Here's the thing. He's coming out and saying this and that and sources and debt restructuring, and he doesn't have any, he's not citing his sources, for one. He's just spitting opinionated garbage, right? From somebody he heard. He almost called his sources his friends on his last interview, and a lot of people pointed it out. But the real value of AMC is the community of investors that they have. We are buying and holding. No other company besides maybe Tesla has this type of viral sensationalism, and demand of a stock dictates the value of it. I don't care what any fundamental analysis is, even though AMC's fundamentals are improving exponentially. If people want the stock, it doesn't matter if it's a company selling dog turds. If millions and millions of people want to invest in dog turds, then dog turds are going to be worth money. Oh man, I'm pissed. I'm worked up and pissed now. I'm heated.
I can only apologize, but
no, not you, man.
What can you do in this situation? I was sat watching the Big Short the other day, and it just got me so hyped over everything, just what actually is to come, and the fact that we will be on the right side of everything.
And the funny thing is it's actually happening just like that all over again, even with the housing market. J-Brett.
Literally, there's this scene, I can't think of who it is, but when they go to the pool and they meet whoever it is from the SEC, and they just turn around and say, our funding's being cut, but we're not actually looking at anything. You just think what Gary Gensler and everyone else is doing, that is the world right now. That is what we're living in.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't, like I said, at the end of the movie, they found out that no, they weren't stupid. They knew and they didn't care. And Gary Gensler right now, I assume a man in his position, when you're looking to have a career after the SEC, just like Ben Bernanke had on after the reserve, you don't want to piss everybody off that's going to hire you for millions of dollars later on, and you don't want to be the one that crashed the economy. He doesn't want that on his shoulders. I think the new regulations that are coming out, there is some good stuff happening. But like you said, you're either stopping criminal activity or you're not. There's no in between. And I think until we see like an Elliot Ness stand up and actually go after these funds, it's just going to be us fighting the system, which I think we're doing a very good job of. I really do.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. And especially even from England, seeing how sort of corrupt everything is, you even kind of see that in England of just the small little bits, because we've got a lot more regulations.
Yep.
But everything, even you guys will have seen it with the government, and a lot of our stuff that happened with COVID, a lot of the contracts for vaccines and everything else, was the government giving backhanders to their own friends, which is exactly the same as what's happening with the SEC, to the hedge funds, to the market makers, and everyone else. They're all in each other's pockets. And then it's kind of just who breaks first.
Yeah, absolutely. Is payment for order flow is banned in the UK, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. Like, what I found this really crazy. Coming over to the American markets, even a pre-market and an aftermarket, we don't have that. We literally have maybe about a 10-15 minute gap at the end of the day where large investors will have traded right up to the end of the day and their deals will be going through. And you literally might get maybe 10 trades maximum. And then that's it. Come sort of about quarter to 5 o'clock, that's it. No more trades. End of day until the market opens the following day. I find that really strange, because obviously we don't have that.
They always want to try to blow leaves out of my parking lot as soon as I start a space call. It's horribly annoying.
Right, anyway, I'll leave and let other people have their say.
Well, thanks for coming in, Jordan, man. Good luck with your schoolwork, dude.
Thank you very much. Thanks for letting me on. See you later.
Yeah. What's up, Yair? Then we'll go to Will. I'm going to mute because I got a leaf blower outside.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring something up that, well, Jordan was talking, it reminded me of something. I guess Russia and Europe, and I guess Gary Gensler as well. Gary Gensler, I know we had some speculations about like a social media blackout kind of thing. Gary Gensler tweeted about the first cyber attack. He was saying it was like for securities, basically. And it was today. So I was just like, this is weird. And then the whole Russian-Ukraine thing, we're sending fuel to Europe. And then we're starting to send like troops over there. So how much was it? I think 8K versus like 100K of like soldiers. So it's just weird.
Yeah, the stupidest thing we could have possibly done is threaten to send troops.
And then one more thing, NFTs. One more thing, NFTs. Paris Hilton was on Jimmy Fallon last night. And I was looking at the Google Trends, and NFTs are more searched than crypto right now. So just weird, cool trends.
Yeah, the NFT market, I think the last article I read last year on the growth of the NFT market was that it was like an 80,000% increase within like a 6-month period. It's when NFTs evolve and you start seeing, especially with GameStop, man, when you start seeing NFTs more and more have larger utility to be used in video games and certain types of, when AR comes out, augmented reality, NFTs are going to have so much more utility because you're going to be able to access certain content wherever you are in the world or whatever business you're in by owning an NFT that's going to let you unlock certain content in certain locations. So I'm really excited about what's happening with it. And AMC is right on the money with what they're doing, and I hope they keep expanding the NFT potential.
Their NFTs they've been dropping, especially the Spider-Man one. Dude, sweet. I saw somebody sell one of the Spider-Man NFTs for a stupid amount of money. I think it was like $110,000 or $100,000, dude. It's for like the same price you get a Bored Ape for, dude. It's nuts.
Yeah, I'll double check. I'll open Wax real quick and check and see what the top. I thought the last time I checked it was $16,000 somebody bought one for, but there's people that got them up for hundreds of thousands.
Oh, maybe I'm tripping. I don't know, man. But I know I did read something. Somebody sold a AMC NFT for like a stupid boatload of money.
What's up, Will?
Hey Spence, how you doing? I just sent you some information for the topic that you guys were talking about, as far as all these shales coming out and why. And that was given to me by the person that works at our firm, and that was given to them by like BlackRock and stuff. So that's how they're breaking it down on how they're looking for people and paying for people. We don't know.
Juicy.
So I never posted it, but I figured you can pin it and post it. And I just didn't want it coming back to that one guy. But if you post it, then it's not going to come back to him.
Yeah, let me review it real quick, and I'll take a look at posting it. This is I mean, you guys, what they're doing is it's a type of tactic that has been used a lot in combat. You know what I mean? When you're invading an area, the first thing you have to do is you have to confuse the local communities. Because if you have local communities stand up together and unite, then you're not only fighting the enemy force, but you're also fighting the community in the area you're in. So these hedges and all these people that are way over leveraged, way too many short shares, you know, all the stuff that we already know. The only option they have is to try to destroy the movement and try to get everybody disgruntled and mess the community up. That's why they do the FUD. If they weren't in trouble and they weren't in this play for too much, they wouldn't be here bothering us. They would be doing other things. And they should have been doing other things like shorting Robinhood. So when you see the FUD, really, really take a step back. If it hits you and it makes you feel like you're not sure anymore, take a step back and really look at what's going on. Why are they so interested in trying to disrupt our community? I mean, what are we doing? We're buying and holding. You know, we're starting to push. The more they push, the more we push for changes in law. And they can't have that. And they keep kicking the bee's nest and getting stung. And then you got people like Gasparino coming out and attacking us. And like I said, the only reason that he has anything to do with this play is because he needs engagement to be relevant. And this is the only thing that's going to make him relevant currently. So
there was a post that was showing that somebody that's involved with Gasparino and Fox is actually related to Griffin.
Well, there is a Griffin on the board of directors, I think, possibly. I got to look that back up. But there is, I don't know if they're related or not, but it's funny that everywhere you go in the media, you see something about Citadel or Ken Griffin connections. Like Wedbush. The main guy at Wedbush used to work for Citadel. And they always push like smear articles on AMC.
Goes to show you how small the world still is, even on that big of a scale.
What's up, Jim?
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Jim Thanos. Real quick, I just want to ask, fundamentally, on AMC, you know, why is it trading where? Oh, am I on right now? Oh, okay, I am. Yeah, why is it trading where it's at now? Back in its pre-COVID range, shouldn't it be higher than that?
I mean, it's the golden pocket, right? The golden range, as they call it right now.
What do you mean pre-COVID range? Because pre-COVID, it was, I think at the top it was $32, and then they started shorting the ever-living crap out of the stock, which Adam Aaron even came out and said on an interview that he said they've been the victim of some short selling. But I mean, the stock went down to $1.50. The company was completely shut down by the governments to where they couldn't operate, and then still allowed to be shorted. So I'm not sure 100% what you're.
I don't know. I'm just trying to understand how fucking retarded y'all are.
Oh, here we go. You're so cool, dude.
We're retarded, but you're here and you don't
Yeah,
even
why
believe
are
in
you
it, and you're
here?
wasting your time.
Why do you care? Why would you take your time out of your day to come in here?
People just have nothing else better to do than to be douchebags themselves, bro.
I knew where he was coming with it. You know what it is? He's probably some kid on his keyboard in his mom's basement. It's just stupid. It's either that or, you know, and I hate to say it because I support the GME community, but what they call GME maxis, you know, or whatever. I don't get it, man. It's like Mark said. He'd rather organize a sock drawer than listen to those people. That was the most boring part of the call, was when Jim Thanos came on with a fake profile and a fake name. God. Well, whoever wants to go next, just go, man. It's open forum, so. Asian.
Yeah. Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. How are you, man?
Asia, did you have something to say?
Yeah, that was a little prick, wasn't it?
That was stupid, man. They're such a waste of time.
Yeah.
Even if they're even involved in the play. You know, sometimes I think these people aren't even involved in the play. It's just like the kids who get on Fortnite and talk shit to you when you try to play a video game, or like Halo, man. It reminds me of Halo.
Yeah, I just wanted to add on that, you know, I watched this thing on Vice yesterday, and it was about insider trading, and he was a banker. He was, you know, trading in stock market in Europe, and he's like, you know, before it was really easy for them to make, you know, hundreds of $1,000s in bonuses and stuff, and he's like, now it's really hard. He's out of it just because he's seeing just the nasty crap that goes on behind closed doors of these hedge funds and stuff like that. But it's harder for them. He said it was harder for them to kick the can down the road. So I mean, you know, fast forward a few years, we're here now. But just encouragement, and just hold on, because it is harder for them. And they want to, like everybody says, you know, and everybody thinks, you know, I'm not speaking for everybody, but they want to shake us. They want us to sell. We're not gonna fucking sell. There's people are gonna sell, whatever. You know, let them do whatever they want. But the majority, I believe, is, you know, still holding on. It's cheap prices right now. Why not pick it up? You know, you're gonna get double your money if it goes to 30, right? You're gonna double your shares. I mean, why not buy right now if you can? I'm not saying do it, but my money hasn't settled since yesterday. I went on here, hasn't settled yet. Fuck. And so hopefully tomorrow I can buy some more, both AMC and JME. And that's all I wanted to say. Thanks, man.
Cool. Yeah, no problem. It looks like some of the clowns are finding the YouTube chat again, and Ricky Analog. I love how these people are always faceless, nameless accounts, and they're like, facepalm, Spence. You shouldn't talk about warfare. You're not educated enough. Except I served 9 years in the Army and went to Iraq. Two and a half deployments to Iraq. Was an NCO the entire time. You know, but it's cool. Random internet person. God.
But the real question, Spence, is what level did you get to Fortnite? Because otherwise, you're not qualified.
Bro, I played Fortnite like 2 times and hated life. I hated it. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I quit playing those combat games. I'd probably say after like Call of Duty Black Ops 2. I just got tired of them, you know what I mean? Like Fortnite's cool, no trash in Fortnite or whatever, but I got my ass whooped. That's bottom line.
No, I'm just teasing. You know, like I've talked to people where they were playing basketball or football, and they're great at the game, but they can't play in real life. But they think that they could go outside and play.
Yeah, I'm more of an RPG type person, anyways. So I like to replay the classics. Final Fantasy VII Remake was amazing, all that good stuff. So,
you know, I'm really good at Wii tennis, but not actual tennis.
Dude, Wii tennis is fire, dude.
It is fun. Heck yeah.
The Wii bowling back in the day.
I don't have a Wii anymore, but when I did, I used to play the shit out of it. So it's a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, I should say.
baseball on the Wii back in the day was so nerve-wracking because you didn't know if you were going to throw a curveball or if you were going to throw a fastball, and you didn't know if you were going to be able to swing the bat.
Yeah, I
I
just
miss
talked about
those
the
days.
tennis and the bowling and Black Eyed Peas experience. That was my favorite dance game.
Oh, concerts, man. AMC, if they do these live concerts in AMC theaters, I think that's going to be successful, but that's something they need to make NFTs of. So when you go buy your ticket, you go to the concert, get an NFT, you get to have fun. I think that's something they really need to look at, especially with the meta stuff coming up.
You know, we brought this up, and I'm curious, has anybody actually brought up, why don't we bring up to Adam or figure out a way? But if they're going to do NFTs, instead of coming out of pocket, why don't they work on a residual dividend with some of these people that they're going to work with? And then this way, it's not out of pocket and it just comes from the future gains.
I think you said dividends, right?
Well, like, I'm sorry, residuals. Example, like, let's just pretend they make a one of Nicole Kidman, right? But instead of paying her for her artwork, every time it sells, she and AMC can have like a revenue share because there's a way that they could always receive residuals off of it, right?
A royalty.
Yes, that's the one. Sorry.
Yeah, that's open sea. I mean, well, I guess royalties are royalties are royalties no matter where you go. But yeah, that'd be a sweet idea, man. I mean, I bet you if we
Hey guys,
emailed
I have
like
I
somebody.
joined later today. First of all, I want to say hi to everybody, and I
1 second, man. Let's let the two people that are having a conversation finish. You might not have heard him as he joined. Just give him a few seconds. For what's your name? For Alcocer. For Alcocer. Just go ahead and finish what you guys were talking about, and then we'll go over to Fur.
Oh, it's all good, man.
There.
Speak. I forgot what I was talking about. It's all good. I'm not tripping.
We're talking about the residuals.
Oh yeah, royalties. Dude, if we emailed like the headquarters in Kansas, dude. I mean, like we see. I mean, we're power in numbers, right? What are emails? Power in numbers too. I mean, it's same. If we emailed them, be like, yo, here's an idea. You guys don't have to go out of pocket. You can use royalties. You make a royalty, and then who'd you say, Nicole Kidman, or she makes a royalty, or Paris Hilton can get a royalty if it's of her, or like the director of a movie. You give them another Spider-Man movie comes out. You could have like the opportunity to get the digital NFT, but when you show up to the movie theater, you get a physical NFT of the digital NFT that is in your wallet, if that makes sense. Like some sort of exclusivity and physicality to the NFT space instead of it just being like all digitalized or digitized or all that. I feel like that'd be an awesome idea.
There was an artist that I just got turned on to, and they basically have Marilyn Monroe's face, and they put all sorts of artwork with it, right? So they modify it. They have like Los Angeles, or they'll have like a skull with it on the side. It's really artsy, really cool. And what I tripped out on, the artist actually will hold events where if you go to the event and you burn your NFT, you'll get the actual object. And
Well, you know what's interesting about the NFT royalties with AMC is, say AMC doesn't have the money to pay a cash dividend right now, right?
Give a royalty to all of the shareholders that own an NFT.
Well, the royalties right now, if AMC got a 10% royalty on every single NFT that's been sold so far, they would have enough money to give every AMC shareholder, if there's 4.1 million, which last time AMC announced that there was 4.1 million, a penny. The NFT royalties could pay a yearly dividend without costing the company a dime. You know what I mean? So,
I'm still all for, why don't they actually fix the investor connect portion where we have to certify it, so that way, because let's be realistic, anybody that hears about it, like, let's just put a really awesome thing and an artist behind it, like Bored Ape, right? Like, let's just pretend, just for sake of argument, that we got Bored Ape involved and they're going to make an NFT with AMC. And I'm not going to try to blow it up and say, oh, they're making an ape specifically for this. But let's just say because they're the most profitable. At that point, anybody would say, they go to AMC Connect and say, I'm an investor. And they get dibs on it without actually being verified. We're competing against people that are not even in this play or really involved with AMC for that matter. And then at that point, we should just sell them. And who cares about a dividend because you verified who was able to be an actual investor. And we get first dibs. Like, they have the white list where you get to buy it first. And then it goes to a regular price when it's open to everybody. If they were to do that, we don't even need a dividend, but you just guaranteed who's an actual investor and how many signed in. And that's almost, if you think about it, it'll almost do the same effect.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Fer, go ahead, man. I'm sorry. We usually do it with the hands up. I seen you there. Go ahead and say what you were going to say.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed that Gordon Johnson was listening for the conversation when I actually started talking.
Oh yeah, he pops in. Whatever. Gordon uses his real profile and name, so props to him for that. But he used to come in these calls months ago and was trying to tell us that Spider-Man was only going to clear $130 million. And he's, anti-AMC, tries to play the other side. But if you look at his investing record, I think on tip ranks, he's negative. So, when financial analysts...
the guy is, he's an analyst, but he is completely fundamental. I mean, he's being against Tesla since, I don't know, he wants Tesla to go, I believe, to 80 or whatever. And but I was just like curious that he spent quite some time. When I started talking, he was still there. And what would you listen to a space call if you are? I mean, it's obvious that we're here. The fundamentals and swing trades are completely different.
Yeah, he's in here. They're short AMC or his company or whoever he works for, and they're trying to manipulate people. That's all it is. They have no other reason to be in here and put out bad information than to manipulate you. And his information months ago on box office numbers and Spider-Man was wrong, 100% wrong, 250% wrong actually, and we were right. And now the fundamentals of the company have improved. Every month, the fundamentals of AMC are improving. And I'm not sure where these guys are even coming from or where they get their information.
Yeah, but how these space calls work? Like, I usually get invitations. I don't know if you need to follow someone and or interact with that community, and then therefore you are invited to this calls. I'm not sure if that's
you can see it in a post, or you can see it up at the top of your Twitter feed if you're on mobile. They actually advertise the space call out to the entire Twitter community. So,
okay. Maybe that means that he's constantly checking AMC tweets or whatever.
Yeah,
right.
I know that they should be spending their time on more important things, like not being over leveraged and not engaging in moral hazard, and stop spreading false information. I don't know, fundamentals of financial principles.
Yeah, but for how long this space call has been going on? Like for 20 minutes or so?
This one, when did we start? Close about 46 minutes. No, about an hour now. So.
An hour now, and I started talking about what, 10 minutes ago. So he's been 15 minutes or so listening.
Oh yeah, that's what they do. They come in, they listen, That's why we started recording and posting the calls, because I got tired of people coming in, bad actors coming in and recording and chopping certain segments and making it sound like people are saying things that we're not saying. So now it's all out there publicly. We call out the bad actors, and we're not telling anybody to invest in anything. We're just a group of people getting together to talk about market situations and, AMC fundamentals. There's no group investment here. It's all individuals. But the reason they come into the calls and listen is because they need things to post about and stay relevant. Gordon and all these short sellers and Gasparino wouldn't be relevant right now if the AMC community and the Ape Nation wasn't a thing. So
Let's be honest. Charles isn't relevant even in the situation.
yeah,
Hey,
I don't know anybody who actually listens to him. I mean, like I said, his post got maybe 20 retweets, and it was mostly people making fun of him. So
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
hey, Spence, I have a quick question, dude. Or not a question. I'm just gonna tell you, you should, if you have an OpenSea link, you should pin it to the space so everybody can check it out. Because I don't want to leave the space and go to your profile and click on the link if it's there. I don't know. This is right here. You know what I mean?
yeah, I'll do it. I got it pinned up at my on the YouTube too and everything. So if you click the YouTube link, I'll do it at the end of the call. We usually have a 5-minute period at the end of the call. So let me check out what did you send me what you said you were sending me something?
Yeah. I sent you one of my favorites out of the collection I have.
Cool, man. Will, I posted your document you sent me. If anybody wants to see it, it's up at the top of the call. You can click on it.
Cool, thank you. I think it's pretty interesting, and that guy was just really letting us know that when Lou says that they're listening, that guy said no, legitly they're actually listening to space calls, and they're going into Reddit, Facebook, anything that has to do with these plays. They're spending a lot of money and time really looking at what our opinions are and so forth.
Ooh, I saw this
Absolutely.
document a while ago floating around. Will.
Gotcha.
I mean, guys, we're in the business of taking their money because they made a really bad decision to attack American companies during a pandemic when they were forced to close down. I mean, AMC Theater is an American company and has been for 100 years. There's tens of thousands of jobs that were on the line. And luckily, some folks caught what they were doing, and now the market is fundamentally changing because of it. It's not just a play in AMC, it's a play in market fairness, and that's what these clowns don't understand. All they care about is what they're putting in their pocket at the end of the day. These analysts, they don't care. They're worried about what are they going to make for money? How is their firm going to keep them rich? And we're here trying to make an actual fair market. And if we do, we create a more stable economy so that future generations don't have to deal with this shit. It's such garbage. Me personally, if the short selling regulations go into effect and the visibility increases on things like this, hedge funds are going to go to the wayside for the most part because you're not going to need them to invest your money. It's too easy when there's ETFs and all kinds of other things that you can just get on your brokerage account and invest in yourself. Why would I need a hedge fund? And there's some good hedge funds. I'm not saying they're all bad. But when you take away these really bad actors that short stocks over 130%, just like Charles Payne said, that's what causes market volatility. That's what causes instability in the market, is when people are manipulating it. And we can end that. We are ending it. It's, even though AMC stock prices come down, our progress in fixing the market is increasing. And like I said, there's 3 people in this group who have really good fundamental analysis on basic AMC share price. And me personally, I firmly believe, and this is my opinion, not financial advice, that AMC is a $50 a share company when all the new revenue streams finally kick in 100% and we get rid of the toxic debt and clean out these bad short positions. It's going to happen. So I'm done.
Hey, Spence.
What's up?
I honestly, I think it's about $150 worth. And let me tell you why. They did Netflix that's just on the internet that you can pretty much do at your house, but it's not an actual experience. And the way that they're moving this company, I would say about $150 would be the average after everything's done and the bills are paid, because they're moving into a new realm. It's not the same. And I think the sentiment's going to keep it there, because I know after the squeeze, I mean, I'm going to repurchase probably double to triple the shares and just hold them long term and be, a permanent holder of it, just because I believe in it.
Hey, Will, do you know if Netflix is even profitable? I mean, I've never really looked at it, but I think it was last year or the year before, I was reading something that Netflix never ever showed a profit, period.
I think they did that. From my understanding, was they rolled over the profit into expanding the business model so they could reduce the taxes. Because they started with making their own movies and TV shows. So I think they rolled it into that. So that way they could still pay people, they could still give dividends to like their board, and then the rest of it won't be taxed. That's why they raised the rates again.
I'm pretty sure Netflix makes a profit. The problem is their viewer subscriptions are going down because people are tired of paying $20 a month for a bunch of shows they've already watched, and people are getting out of the house. They're going out to the movies. They're going out bowling. They're going to the arcades. They're going to the mall.
Not to mention, people I think are sharing their password and such as well. So
Oh yeah.
at least that's what I heard. So I mean, it can't be profitable in the future. It has to constantly grow. I mean, I spotted something on the news about Netflix trying to make content specifically for South Korea. I believe that's what I was reading. So I mean, it's going to be a very expensive business model from my point of view if those things exist where people are sharing passwords and stuff. You constantly have to grow it to be something, and there's going to be a limit to that, in my opinion.
Yeah,
But
absolutely. It's right now. Netflix is not a growth company. They're out. They've been out. The user base has peaked. The type of content that you can put on there is kind of stabilized to just a certain type. I know a lot of production companies started putting out movies like Don't Look Up and stuff on there, but it's just not. When you're watching a movie on Netflix, you're just sitting on your couch going, okay, I'm watching a movie on Netflix. That's not it. I want to get up, get dressed, get out of the house. Me and my daughter went and watched Belle, and the reactions from the crowd and her in the movie, it made them feel emotional. And that's something that people lost during the lockdowns, especially kids. Kids got hit with the lockdown so hard because they didn't have any engagement in some of the most important parts of their life for their social development. So going to the movies and hearing and seeing people react to what's on screen and turning around and seeing their reactions, that's why YouTube videos are so popular with react videos. People want to see how other people react. So that's another reason the movies are not going away.
It's like, you're talking about, the kids getting out and that. First thing that comes to my mind was there was a video that was floating around Twitter. I'm sure it was somewhere else, about the little kid dressed up as Spider-Man meeting the adult guy dressed as Spider-Man, and they were doing their thing on the floor. I thought that was so cute, man. And you're right. And you're right. I mean, people want to get out. If anything, they learned that they are actually social creatures, humans are, and they don't want to be locked in the house any longer or even into the future. So, yeah, Netflix has its place, like Blockbuster did once before, but it's not, I can't see it as its only model. It has to be a completely growth model to never stop growing, to turn a profit. And in my opinion, it's unsuccessful for that. But I had a question about NFTs here we were bringing up before. You guys know a lot more than that about that than I. If AMC starts bringing concerts, let's say live concert events or something like that to the theater, it would be awesome if they could partner with the band or whoever. Let's just say Taylor Swift, for instance, to have a unique NFT just strictly through AMC for that. Because I remember when I grew up collecting concert tickets and having them and putting them in my photo albums along with the pictures. is a collectible item, and I can't see that ever being go down in price, or it would be something special. I think would drive audience to the movie theater, especially concerts are so expensive, man.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think the last concert I actually went to was a Metallica movie they made. And at first, when I went to the movies to see it, I was kind of skeptical, like, oh, you know, whatever. It was really freaking good. It wasn't just a concert, it was a concert in a movie, and it was them actually playing. So I think if they start bringing more concerts to the big screen with NFTs and collectibles and even merch you can buy from the concert while it's playing there, I think it would be really successful.
I came up to say hi to Hollywood. I saw her with her hand up. I know Spence is watching the stream at
Hey
the
there.
same time, so he doesn't always see the hands raised. How you doing, girl?
I am doing good. Welcome back.
Thank you, ma'am.
Spence, I just sent you a link for future for you can watch Fox Business Live and CNN, CNBC.
Oh.
They didn't have anything on the segment. I couldn't find anything on the segment on Charles, on what he said on Liz Clayman's show, but freeintertv.com, someone's posted it before, when someone, I guess when Matt and Trey were on whoever show, when they were on Charles Payne, this was floating around and it works. So it's,
Cool.
yeah.
Thank you very much.
Jim Cramer also just tweeted 5 minutes ago saying, I'll read it really quick in here. It says, Jimmy Chill gives blessing to memesters to lose as much money as they can in AMC and GME and still remain friends with me. I guess he thinks it's Jimmy Chill when it's actually Jimmy Chill. I don't know. Maybe he misunderstood.
Yeah, they're all panicking right now. Him,
Yeah, I just said this is
Kramer,
a buy
Gasparino.
signal apes bullish. I mean, if you just do the opposite of what that guy says, I mean, I don't know. I think for this year, I'm just gonna everything he says, I'm gonna do the opposite and see how it pans out.
He
It'd be a
pushed
good
Hood.
study.
He pushed Hood, and Hood's below AMC now.
Is
you know,
Hood
from,
at Hood was at 12 last I looked. What is it at now?
Ooh, let me check. Then he pushed Netflix right before it dropped over 40%.
Rip. That was ugly. Ugly.
And what was
Hood
the other
closed at
one that he was pushing?
1305.
He was pushing Didi. Didn't that get like all kinds of trouble? China wants that going back over there.
Didn't he talk about Evergrande too?
Yeah, he also said, watch out for Doge. And then Elon Musk today said something about Doge. McDonald's should accept Dogecoin. So
These
Doge
dudes-
kind of took off. It's just funny. When he said something negative about Doge, I literally went and bought Doge. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what? Every single time. So
these
I'm up.
These old analysts that all they know is the market from 1980 to 2008. They need to go away. They just need to stop, man. They need to bring people like Keenan Grayson on Fox News. Give Keenan Grace a show. These guys are outdated. They're out of touch. They don't know what they're talking about, and they never provide anything on their sources. You know, I firmly believe that there's somebody at a hedge fund that texts Jim Cramer and just says, pump Netflix. So Jim Cramer gets on Twitter and says, buy Netflix, and then it drops
Agreed.
40%.
I just invited Keenan Grace, and sorry, I'm not going to cut in front of you, LJJ.
No worries. Yeah, I agree. When I first got into stocks years ago, and I'm not a big investor, I listened to Kramer. He recommended 4 stocks, so I put some money into 4 of those stocks, and this is back in like late 90s. I lost everything. I was like, man, this guy's turd. I'm never listening to him again. But I wanted to touch on somebody spoke something about why not buy more AMC now. So here's my dilemma. When I first got into this, I first bought AMC back in 1 February of last year, and I've been buying throughout the year. I had a goal, and I wanted to come to a certain amount. I've reached that goal, And so I'm not necessarily buying any more AMC. I'm looking at buying more dividend stocks, and it would be great if AMC would eventually pay a dividend, and therefore I would end up buying more. But I'm at the retirement age, and so I can't put a whole lot more money into AMC. And if somehow this thing never molasses, and then I'm out of ass, then I'm okay with what I would lose in that point in time. But I can't give up my whole life savings for retirement for that. So where everyone keeps saying buy more, I'm buying more stock, but I'm buying more of an ETF and dividend stocks so I can get some more passive income. So that's where I just wanted to touch on that piece. And then my last message I would talk. I don't know anything about NFTs. Absolutely none. I have the one AMC AMT. So if anyone's got any great information for me to do some research and help me understand more, I would buy more NFTs. But right now, I know absolutely nothing about NFTs, so I'll shut up now.
Well, basically, man, NFTs are, it's not just artwork anymore. There's a lot more utility going into them. I would recommend opening a MetaMask wallet and linking it to OpenSea and just kind of play around on there. Once you get that set up, DM me your wallet address and I'll send you an NFT. The best way to learn about it is to do it. So,
yeah, dude, just jump in head first, man. I mean, just like all of us had to start somewhere with investing, right? It's the same thing with anything, dude. Just jump in, do some research, man. If you have a Discord, there's a lot of awesome Discord communities, that are within these certain projects, NFT projects, and like Spence said, it's not just artwork. You have there's music. I mean, there's any and everything you could think of that is being portrayed as an NFT, It's anything you could think of. Music. It's an MP3 file. It could be a GIF. MP4s, JPEGs, .png files. I mean, anything, man. And what gets me is people think that they can just screenshot a Bored Ape or something and go flip it for the floor price that Bored Apes are trading at. It's like, dude, if you did your research, it's not how it works, bro. Everything's via the blockchain, and it's like, just jump into it, man. That's all I got. Just jump into it. You'll learn as much as you can when you're in the fire.
Got it. Yeah, that's what I'm been playing around on crypto for the last year and made some, lost some, but right now I'm losing. And hopefully that crypto market goes back up, but hopefully the Fed will just stay out of it.
What up? Am I cool to speak, Spence?
Yeah, go ahead, man. How you doing, bro?
Crew? Hope everyone is well. I wanted to quickly touch on that. I always have trouble like, hey, I had something to say, but then I love being on topic on the premise of what everyone else has said. In regards to
Hi,
NFTs,
Joey.
Hey, what's going on, Tara? Happy to have your handle back. Love to see it. In regards to like NFTs moving forward, I think of it as an allocation of digital assets, right? Or asset is more commonly used right now. I foresee them, it's already starting to happen. NFTs are going to act like ETFs, but the ETF is going to be a compilation of digital assets. And at some point, people will not really even care what's in them, but really the intrinsic value that they carry, right? Just like you would with an index or any other stock, I guess you could say, right? Like at some point, like it's going to be, like, for lack of a better term, a folder of digital assets that you're going to be trading back and forth that really act as like ETFs, which is going to be fascinating. Some of my clients are in that space as startups right now, receiving funding. And that's kind of how they view it, rather than like, I think people always reference artwork or MP3 files, audio, because it's really easy to fathom, rather than speaking to it from just a valuation. But that's neither here nor there. I wanted to hop in here, actually. Oh, I didn't even see that. It said terrible 808. It's back. That's funny. I wanted to hop in here and talk about something I noticed. And Spence, you and I have talked about this a couple times. There's been a lot of, I'm still not quite sure how I feel about this, but a lot of conversations around negative beta to like IWM, or this more specifically the SPY, because obviously AMC is associated to the Russell 2000 IWM. But what's fascinating to me, what I'm seeing right now, and I'm trying to watch this as best as I can, but if you look at specific timestamps, you're going to see like IWM run for 5 minutes while AMC for that time period, dip ever so slightly in that 5 minute period, and then vice versa. AMC will run a little, like a percentage or so, and IDM will dip. It's really fascinating. I'm still trying to understand what I'm seeing there in regards of the back and forth that is occurring, but it makes sense for me to try to control the narrative the best I can. But if you look on at OBV right now, nothing's changed. So I think my point is that's how they're, in my opinion, as of right now, or since maybe November, they've tried to suppress price in AMC and other meme stocks, so to speak. I hate that terminology, but for lack of better term, GME, BBIG, like you name it, that's kind of occurring to keep a hold on this. But at the same time, like OBV is staying consistent. If not, where I would say that we're in an allocation period for more hedge funds and retail. And eventually this is going to get cut loose. And I think where I'm still trying to educate myself is, hey, if margin calls happen, what will that look like for a stock like AMC? Based on what I'm researching, we'll probably see more pain to receive like that next step up. So I'm really curious if anyone has any talks on that, because the more and more I look at this inevitably will happen. I've been like waiting for that margin call, so to speak, but it actually might be more painful initially to get to what the outcome we want. And rant, like, I'm just curious on what people think about that.
Yeah, I think the fact that they shorted AMC both ways, just per the stock and then per the funds, it's a really big problem that they're currently trying to figure out how to unwind. Because when they have to start covering, and they have to cover in the IWM pumps and then AMC pumps at the same time, it's,
not sustainable.
No, not at all.
What's IWM right now in short interest? If someone can haul that out, like 42%.
Last I saw was around 40, right?
Yeah, I think it's still above 40. So it's pretty wild.
And most of that is probably AMC. So
it's the highest volume stock out of all of Russell 2000. So,
oh boy,
it's just interesting because I'm seeing a lot. I guess my last thought on that is, if you were to look, I was trying to make an observation. If you were to just take the daily chart and observe, hey, AMC for the most part ran with, the S&P 500 today. I don't think that's the case. Like, if you look at 5-minute candles versus S&P 500, they actually inversed in those time periods at times. But if you look at it just on the daily by itself, it does feel like they ran together. But that is not the case on a bigger scale. So I think we're missing that part.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at all the charts. Man, let me ask you this. Is AMC supposed to be joining the 1000 this year?
Not right now. That'd be impossible.
Right.
But
did we talk about that last year? AMC getting ready to join the
what
happens with short interest if you switch indexes? Say the Russell 2000 is shorted to 40%, mainly because of AMC. What happens when the index switches?
Right. So small caps and mid cap stocks have been absolutely crushed, right? Have more heavily shorted. I would assume that there's a direct correlation with less short interest once you get to larger cap companies, so on and so forth, right? You look at the S&P 500, short interest is increased as of lately, of course, given the sell-off, but is dramatically lower than, mid cap and small cap stocks. But I to your question, Spence, like I think it would have. I'd have to research this. I think it probably could have qualified at the height back in June, right? Like June, July probably would have qualified for the Russell 2000 based on market cap.
Yes. Well, it would be something. I wonder when the actual rating time is, the period to where they decide that's going to happen. I got to look more into that. I was reading all about it last year, about 4 months ago, and then I just completely forgot everything I read. Man, I'm pretty stoked to see what's going to happen these next few weeks with all these meetings going on. IWM shorted so much, AMC back over 20%, which is probably way more than that, considering everything we've been seeing with glitches and whatnot. All right, well, Joey dropped down. Thanks for coming up, Joey, man. It's always a pleasure talking to you. I love everything that you have to say. Anybody has anything else they want to talk about today? I mean, we don't have to go through a 4-hour call, but if you got something you want to say, just come on up, say it, and we'll actually get ready. We'll shut the call off at 4:30 tonight, since we've kind of covered most of what we were talking about. So, no, nobody.
Somebody DM'd me, and I don't know how to pin a tweet to the top, but I'm pretty sure it's when we were talking. Who was it? LJJ wanted to know about NFTs or something. We had that pretty good discussion about it. Anyway, somebody sent me a DM with a link to a beginner's guide by Gary V. To NFTs.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you want, I could DM it to you, and
I
you
just
could pin it.
that was me, man. I just figured out how to post to the top, so it's the link is in the nest right now.
Hey, dude, I don't even know how to pin.
Thanks for bringing that up, though, man.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
Okay,
What
got
do you?
something.
Oh, my
Lurking
fault.
Ghost just sent me a post in my DMs about when the indexes are rebalanced. And the Russell indexes, usually it looks like June. 3rd,
That's
10th,
about.
and 17th. Russell's indexes are published.
Isn't it about the time like AMC in June had its run up to like $70?
Yeah.
Do you, Spence? Do you watch Lou at all?
I catch it whenever I see it pop up every now and then.
Dude, so I don't know. I mean, he's been, at least in my perspective, he's been pretty spot on with most things that he said.
Yeah, he said some things I like, and he said some things I didn't like, and like I said, I don't, all the YouTuber guys started cannibalizing each other last week, attacking each other, but he said some things that are really, really interesting that I've heard that made me think a little bit.
Something about like the numbers from the fiscal 2021 hitting this year's books. Supposed to like, I don't know, that numbers are going to be skewed, I guess, especially with people being over leveraged. People are going to get audited, et cetera, et cetera.
Shit, all the numbers are skewed, man. They're pencil whipping everything right now. If the truth actually came out, AMC would probably just blast off to beyond the moon, and the market would just take an absolute dump. So I firmly believe these guys are trying to figure out how to unwind all these over leveraged funds without crashing the market right now.
It's a lot of transfer of wealth to be moved, especially at one time.
Well, in January 28th would have been the biggest transfer of wealth from Wall Street to Main Street in history, and they shut it down. There is no other reason that they shut down the buy button on January 28th other than we won. We won. They were going to lose all their money. The squeeze was going to happen. They had to shut it down. So it's just hilarious where couple days away from January 28th, and these guys are getting ready to have meetings on short interest, and all these analysts like Kramer and Gasparino are getting on, saying absolute nonsense. It's guys, it's all relevant. It's all tied together. So, what's up, Grande?
Spence.
What's up, brother?
My brother, how you doing?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good.
I'm doing good too. I look at the NFTs you gave me every day.
Yeah, how do you like them?
I like it. I love it.
Right on, dude.
Yep. Spence, this one goes for you, Tara, and others, many others, you know. Kind of not, it's not good to mention names because you end up forgetting somebody, you know, to mention somebody and doesn't look good, right? But, you know, anyway, my message is I admire you guys, have my admiration very much about the amount of heat you guys are able to take. You know?
Appreciate it, man.
I tip my hat for you guys because if I put myself in your shoes, Tara's shoes, I cannot handle, you know, in any way, you know, not even the messages you guys receive on Twitter or people trying to impersonate you guys, clone your accounts and stuff and blah, blah, blah. So, you know, you guys have my admiration. I really tip my hats for you guys. And amazing, right? How you guys are working hard to keep us united, because I think that's the only way to go. You know, like the last time you guys gave me the opportunity to talk, I mentioned that I feel like everybody is against us, you know?
That's how they want you to feel, brother.
Huh?
That's how they want you to feel. They want you to feel like everybody's against you, but in
No,
reality,
but everybody's against me. You know, I mean,
we
the government
outnumber
is
them 10 to
against. The
1.
government is against. My broker is against. My bank is against me. The media and everybody else. You know, the only thing we have is each other. You know, and that's, you know, you brought me to a point. That's the last strategy they are using. You know, I don't know if you guys saw, kind of, they want to put the blame on the retails. You know, the retail put the blame on us. Mm-hmm. You know, and like, I think the last one I saw today, they kind of come here, I don't know if boats or whatever it is, people kind of talking bad stuff about Matt course that he sold and stuff. It's just to put us against them, against each other. You know, this cannot happen. And you know what? I appreciate, you know, the space you guys created, because give us the opportunity to talk to, which we don't usually have when we go to watch a live on YouTube, for example. You know, we don't have space to talk, right? So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, man, no problem. We're here for you guys, man, and you know, you don't understand, but you guys are here for us too.
Right.
I wouldn't be doing this if I couldn't listen to you guys. I'm the same as you, just on the other side of the camera. I'm just recording it. That's all I'm doing. I love everything you guys have to say because you guys are educating me.
Treated, right? I'm sorry, just a call came, and that's how it should be treated. Matt Kors,
man, I really appreciate that,
whoever
dude.
else is talking. Yeah, I don't care. You know.
We're losing you, bud.
I'm
breaking up.
You know, for you guys. You know, that's it. You know, But thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming on. I really appreciate it. What's up, Mango?
Hey, finally. I apologize. I was cooking dinner, so I missed my opportunity last time.
Yum.
But I'm Canadian, so I'm overly apologetic. You know how that is, right?
It's all good, man.
But hey, first off, I want to congratulate everybody on your smarts for getting into such a great position in this stock altogether. Because, I mean, for me, I'm pushing 50. I've been around. I worked in finance right around the whole short time. And man, basically what's happening now is the same as happened then. It's the exact same scenario in a lot of different ways. But I mean, there's so many things I want to touch on that you guys have talked about, but
speak, man. Talk. That's what we're here for, man.
I don't even know where to begin, though. I mean, overall, I see there's no way for these guys to get out. There's no way for them to get out. There's no way they can do it. I mean, the only way that they're going to be able to do it is by either they start a war or I mean, I don't know. It'd be something completely crazy that's nobody's expecting. But if we sit back and take a look at the big picture, I mean, we're basically just repeating everything that we did like 100 years ago. The pandemic, and then we move into, the stock market crashing, and then we move into a war. Like, is this really the way we're going to go? I would certainly hope not. I mean, as a species on this damn planet. But, I mean, man, I've watched the stocks every day for a long time, but I also have a small business, so I can't do that. But things are tough, but I've moved literally everything into AMC alone. Everything. I've been trading stocks since the 90s. And I mean, Occupy Wall Street tried really hard. What was that? 10 years ago now? I mean, okay. A bunch of hippies in a park eating Doritos was never going to do anything, but they tried hard. But as soon as I saw, like, I'm Canadian, of course, so I jumped into Wealthsimple as soon as it came available here in Canada. A little bit about me, like I bought a house and I had another business before that, and then like my old man moved in, he passed away, so I had to take care of everything. I had to close that, and then I started trading options at that time as well. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm smart enough, I can do this stuff. And I did really well. I did really, really well for a long time. And then I started to get into Forex trading and stuff like that. But for me, it was when China devalued their yen, and that completely destroyed me. I lost everything literally in the click of a button, and it was just gone. It was brutal, man. But whatever, it is what it is. And I came back, and we all will come back eventually. But man, I don't know. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, everybody's worried about all the short sellers went from, the fundamentals are off, to them being wrong about that, to now you're down to $15. They're going to go from one thing to the other, but they don't have a foot to stand on, because like you said, short interest is going up. These guys cannot get out of their position. They can't
100%.
Without losing. They're all at the Fed right now. They're all with the Reserve Board members, the SEC, the DOJ, going,
Indeed,
we're too big to fail again. And now people are saying we're not playing that game anymore. It's too big to fail all over again. And eventually, the bill's going to come due. And I think we're getting very close to that.
Exactly. I mean, look at Mike Burry. Like, I mean, he put his bet in. It took him 2 years for it to come to fruition, right? I think we're kind of in the same boat. We're going to go even lower, maybe higher. Like, I'm not going to predict anything. I can't say, because this is new ground for literally everybody. But as long as we all stand together and we hold our ground, we're not going to let these pricks away with it again. Because I had a really good job in finance. Like, I was loving life. I had no worries. I was a cushy job. I sat in a chair. I loved talking to everybody in the office. But ultimately, I saw a memo. And as soon as I saw that memo, I was like, eesh, this isn't good. And all my bosses were all jumping ship. And I worked in a USTSC, like a telephone service center. So all my bosses were jumping ship and going to other departments because they knew what was coming. And then it just kind of happened. I had to fire everybody on my team, literally right before Christmas. It was really hard. Everybody's crying to me. I don't know why, why? Because you're just a number. This is a corporation. They don't care. It's nothing personal. It's just business. And after saying that to 75 people, I mean, I kind of believed it. And then as soon as January 1st came, I got my papers too. So I was like, well, whatever, man. It's the way it goes. You know?
Hey guys, really quick,
Yeah,
can I just
absolutely.
cut in and remind people to please tweet out the call just so people do know that we're in here if you can. If you haven't already done so, please, please, please make sure you share out the call so people see it. Also, make sure you're following Spence, Jen, Swing, hosts and co-hosts up here. They're doing an incredible job. And other speakers as well who come up and share their voice. Sorry for cutting you off there. Is it Bango?
No. Yeah, it's Bango.
I like your profile picture. It's cool.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. And thanks for liking the tweet on that guy who was talking shit to you. I'm glad you read it. And I'm glad you, because straight up, like, that was just horrible.
Yeah, I don't
And
know
I'm
which
sorry you
one.
have to put up with
I'm not sure which one to be honest.
Oh, it's all right. It's all good.
Yeah,
It
it's
doesn't
kind
matter.
of just it's the theme around here. I think people are used to women kind of like cowering or giving in or folding to that kind of stuff, and I'm just not. I'm not your normal person, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really. There's real life, and then there's Twitter life, and they're two totally different things.
Exactly. I've been on here since 2009, and I literally was on it every day, and then I just dropped it. I couldn't take it anymore. It was very clicky-ish, very high schoolish. That's just my opinion. But whatever.
Yeah.
It was fun while it lasted.
I would like half
But I'm
these
glad I
people
was
to
still here
say
when
what
the
they say on here to me in real life. I would love for them to even approach me in real life. It would just be hilarious.
Exactly.
Because I'd laugh
Again,
at
they
them the
would.
same way I laugh at them on here. Because I find, the hate sometimes I laugh at it because it's actually funny. Like some of it is so out there. It's bizarre, but it's funny.
It just makes them look stupid. I don't know. That's just my opinion, but whatever, man.
Like that idiot earlier, dude.
Yes, exactly.
Shit like that is just so annoying and just useless and not needed.
You can tell
You
he
guys
was
should see
waiting
the
to pull the
comments
trigger
on
on that.
YouTube. They're ridiculous.
Are they back
I
on
was
your
watching-
YouTube stream? Are they back?
Some of them are.
Oh my
A couple
gosh,
of them.
I just
Amber
can't get enough.
Richardson and Ricky Analog. They're always on here and they're always talking shit, and it's so
It's a good way to become famous.
waste of time.
I'm
And then you
gonna
go to
DM
Amber
you really quick,
Richardson's.
Spence, about that.
You go to the channel and it's nothing. It's just a person who got on YouTube, made a YouTube account just to talk on the YouTube channel negatively. It's hilarious. But there are some really awesome people. You got Yer on there, Hot Sauce, whatever. Who else was up here earlier? It's somebody. Amber Richardson's like, Spence is too chubby for me. They're just so stupid, man. It's so hilarious.
Is there any way to block that person from your channel by chance? I just DM'd you.
Yeah, but
I just
the
DM'd
funny
you,
thing
Spence.
is they're just increasing the
Well,
engagement
I
on the
gotta
channel.
just, if you can look at your DMs, please. It's just the one. Thanks.
All they're
just
doing
want a
is
shout out.
increasing the engagement on the YouTube channel. So,
Hey, Bango, when you were talking, man, about your, I guess, a preface of the last 15 or so years of your life, man, with you being affiliated with finance and stuff, you could seriously hear in your voice, man, like I don't know what you could hear in your voice, but like I could hear it and I could feel it when you were speaking, man. Like you weren't bullshitting. You were speaking from your
From the
heart,
gut.
dude.
Totally,
Yeah.
man. It is. I mean, I've spent years on the phone. That's what I did. When you called a credit card company to freak out someone, you would talk to one of my reps, and when you asked for a supervisor, you talk to me. 9 times out of 10, that's what it was. I'd take like 17,000 calls a year, and I got yelled at all the time. And I also talked to a lot of the hedgy dudes because they had a lot of money, and they liked to flaunt it. And I got lots of tips. I was given tips left and right. I never acted on any of it, but I mean, why would I? I mean, I probably should have. Hindsight's 2020, right? But whatever. It is what it is.
Also, with you being, I didn't mean to cut you off, brother.
No, that's right. Oh, it's all good.
Again, with you being affiliated with finance, how well, not how often, but did you see any insider trading, or were you like on like I don't know, were you there to be able to evaluate or see certain malpractice happening, sort of what's happening with AMC? Like,
Not overly, because there's never been something like this before. It wasn't until retail actually became a real thing, and then this pandemic hit, and then we're all at home, and we got nothing better to do than throw money at the market. That's when I saw, like, this is an actual opportunity. And I mean, I discovered Reddit. I wish I discovered it earlier, but I was too busy with life. Like, just life got in the way. I don't have time to sit on a computer all day, But ultimately, like, this is a real opportunity for change, and we are making it. No matter what anybody says, it's gonna happen one way or the other. Like, I can't see a way out. There's no possible way, man. That's just personally how I feel. No matter how low they drive it, it's in the end, it's gonna go up. There's no way.
Hey guys, we have some new speakers in here. Johnny, if you want to go ahead, and then
Yeah, I'll shut up.
No, you don't have to shut up. I mean, you can continue going if you want, but I'm just
No,
saying
no,
that
I won't
no, it's all
ramble.
good. So
Thank
it's
you,
okay.
Jen. Thank
So,
you.
yeah.
So, some people know that I've been here before. I've had the past 2 days, I've had a couple of issues with my side of buying. I'm from the other side of the pond of you Yanks, basically, where I have 3 ways of buying shares with AMC, and the past 2 days have had me being prevented to buying shares the way that it is going forward, because there's nothing available. So to me, that screaming fucking to the rafters, basically. If I can't buy shares this end, what does that say otherwise? And I've been prevented 2 times over on two. I don't know how to say this. I'm being fucked over from my end in the UK to buying shares in AMC at the minute.
How so?
What do you mean? Like, how so?
your order's not getting filled, or it's probably telling them.
The orders aren't being fulfilled, and they're not being maintained. One of the ways that I'm trying to buy shares is through an ISA, and they've stopped me buying shares through an ISA, where basically it's in the UK. If I go through an ISA, it's tax free,
right?
And they're now stopping me buying shares through the tax free fucking route.
Sure.
And the only way that I've actually been able to buy shares is through eToro in the UK. So for me, it's starting to scream
something's up.
Positivity. It's looking good from my end because we're all in this together, man. So that's just my experience from the UK, because it's weird experiencing people from your end, and I don't know whether you experience the same thing.
I have personally, yes. I've put in orders and they come back canceled within 15, 20.
So for me to say that I have 3 ways to buy shares now that are now getting rejected and not fulfilled, and there's only one way that I have been able to, where do we go from here? So it's, for me personally, it's all positive. It's still end game fucking route. It's still gonna end the same way. So I hope this brings a bit of positivity towards people with the way that things are going, and that's the only thing I need to ask. So yeah, thanks Jen for pushing this forward. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Yeah, thank you for coming up here. We really appreciate you coming up.
Kat, what's going on?
What's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I just had my headphones on. I wasn't sure.
Loud and clear.
All right. Welcome back, Tara. I'm glad you're back. Just wanted to let y'all know that we have a plain banner going on the 28th saying AMC, we love the stock, never leaving, over the Hollywood sign.
Let's go!
Get a picture of that. There's an NFT.
That's gonna be amazing. I'm ready to drive down there just to see that. Are you gonna be out there, Kat?
I'm going with a bunch of SoCal apes. We're gonna have drones. We're gonna have fucking video everywhere. It's gonna be insane. It's gonna be so good. We're also going to the movie GameStop Rise of the Players, and then we're going to dinner beforehand. So it's gonna be a long day. But this
Hey, I'm
plain
inviting
banner,
myself. I'm coming. That's it. I'm just gonna drive down there.
drive down here. Get down here.
Oh my god, that sounds so fun.
It's gonna be
I just
sick.
want to give you a big hug, Kat. That's all I want. Like if the thing that would make my day the most, a big hug from Kat.
Then hurry up, because I want to hug you too. Get over here.
I love you, girl. I love you. Thank you for holding it down and doing everything you're doing to get those banners up. It's freaking amazing.
I didn't know if I could pull it off for the 28th because they said there was a bunch of people on vacation, and I was like, "Are you serious? This is an important day. We need to do this." And she's like, "I'm going to see what I can do. I only have one last person." And I was like, "Do whatever you need to. I'll pay double. I don't care. Just get it done." And
there are people off. Is it like a national holiday now? I think it should be a holiday, honestly, the day the buy button was removed.
Right?
It's crazy.
So
That
we
is
got
crazy.
it. We got it. She made it happen, and I'm going to announce something else right here, right now. We got the fucking Super Bowl contract.
BM,
Yeah,
shut the
baby.
front
Let's
door.
go.
Shut the front door.
Let's go, Kat. Oh my god.
I've got chills right now because I didn't think we were gonna get it, but we fucking got it, and I am losing my mind right now. She told me just like minutes ago, and I freaked out, and I was running around my room right now because I
can
didn't know if we were gonna be
picture
able
it.
to do it because it's so like it's the Super Bowl. You can't. It's a no-fly zone. So this is the only way we could do it is with these sky typers because they go above the fly zone, and it's so expensive that we had to write off another contract, and I can't tell you what contract it is, but they got the contract for it, so we're tailing off of them, which makes it a little bit cheaper because it was way too expensive just to do it by itself. So I'm super excited about this, and we got it, and now we just
Oh my gosh, Kat, you're freaking amazing.
Now we have to figure out the message, and it'll be at the tailgate party for the Super Bowl. So I'm so fucking excited right now.
Okay, and if the Niners are in the Super Bowl, like it's game over. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be with you. I'm gonna be everywhere down there. Like it's game over.
I'll be there, but I'm mad that the Niners won over the Green Bay. So
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Kat.
It was a good game. Whatever.
It really was. The games were.
It's still California, so whatever. I'm happy.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. And you look good in red. Look at your red lips. I mean, come on. You gotta like red. I mean, not red days though, right? It's all about green. No wonder you're Green Bay
Packers. God.
It makes sense. It makes sense. Oh man, that is so amazing, Kat. I mean, I can't say it enough. It's just been such an honor. Like, I can't believe we're going on almost a year now of talking to each other and knowing each other because of this. And yeah, one of these days soon, I can't wait to just give you a great big hug and thank you so much for all you've done for all of us.
We're gonna make big things happen, and I just talked to a broker too, which is pretty amazing conversation. I'll talk about it later to you, Tara, and it just uplifted my spirits. I don't know how much I can talk about it, but
yeah, be careful. But that's exciting. I think I might have an idea, but be careful what you say here. Spence is live on YouTube, and we've got Shills in the chat.
Yeah, so I'll talk to you personally about it, but it's really great news.
Yes, let's go. You know how expensive a commercial is for the Super Bowl? I mean, to have a Skywriter out there, I feel like it's going to make the news. It's huge. That's huge.
No, it's huge. It's a 5-mile long message and can be seen up to 15 miles away. It's insane how big it is. You don't realize how big it is until you see it in person. Like
Holy fuck.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
It's crazy. Like I've
That's
never.
awesome.
I didn't
You
expect
said
it
5 miles long?
long. 5 miles
Dude,
long.
what
King
the
Kong, baby.
fuck,
King Kong.
dude?
Well, that's
Yeah.
what we're all about.
It's 5 miles long and can be seen up to 15 miles away. It's
That
insanely
is
how big it is. You
insane.
don't realize it because you see it in pictures and it's just a picture. But when you see it in person, at the Rose Parade, everybody was looking up at the parade and everybody was
That's awesome.
videotaping and taking pictures. So at the Super Bowl, people are going to be taking pictures and videos. It's going to be great.
It's going to be all over social media. This is going to be insane. Oh my gosh, Kat. I'm smiling ear to ear. I am so freaking stoked right now. Thank you for coming and sharing with us. That's so awesome.
All right, now I need to go into the store and get me a dress because I got an interview to go to. I love you. Bye.
Oh, good luck. Love you.
Thanks, Kat.
Amazing stuff. Holy. You gotta clip
Dude,
that.
5
Spence, you gotta clip
miles
that from the
long,
call
dude.
or from the YouTube channel. Clip it and put that in a tweet right there. That announcement is huge, massive news. So that's
I
freaking
will as soon
awesome.
as we get off the call. I will. That's awesome, you guys. You got to understand that this year's Super Bowl. There's been a lot of football talk lately, and I think this year's Super Bowl viewer attendance is going to be pretty large. So the fact that they got that contract blows my mind for this type of movement. I cannot wait to see this, and I cannot wait to see the headlines after it happens.
It's insane. It's gonna be wild. I'm sorry. I think I heard other people talking, and I was so hyped that I just kept on talking. My bad. I don't know if it was Johnny or AMC Ape. I see Ape Life and Ray have their hands up. Sorry, Johnny.
Tara, fucking Kat is absolutely amazing, and she's done everything that she can do and more to what this cause is. So, big up the Kat and big up the T. So let's get it. Fucking just keep going. Don't worry about it.
Girl power, baby. Girl power.
Hell yeah.
I love that
Girl
woman.
power.
She's killing it. And yeah, I mean, honestly, like seeing women step up and just go above and beyond. And, she carries her weight. She carries everyone's weight around here. I don't care what anybody says. It's absolutely insane.
The Hollywood sign one is going to be lit too. That's going to get headlines.
I don't know whether Kat realizes this. The way that she's going about it, it's like the way that she's approaching everything from my perspective it's fucking amazing how somebody can get that drive, get that passion, get that power to fucking do what she's doing. Kat, well done.
She's heavily invested, that's for sure. She's been holding for a long time too.
Bro, yeah, that shit doesn't sound cheap at all.
Oh, yeah. Well, that reminds me, if you haven't and you feel inclined to do so, she has a GoFundMe. If you guys, if you donate to her, there are NFTs that you receive as a thank you gift. Ape NFTs. It's pretty freaking amazing. So those will be collector items one day. That's for sure.
Yeah, the background of my profile is actually the NFT art from Kat's NFT that she gave me.
I'm gonna put mine up. The one I got, I'm gonna put it on the YouTube live.
There
you go. There you go.
It's my banner on Twitter.
Oh, and Spence has been known to give out NFTs as well, just for people who come up. Is it people who come up and participate in your calls, Spence, or how do you go about gifting NFTs to people?
So usually we'll just give a couple away during a call, or I'll just post something on Twitter randomly and be like, "Hey, first 2 people to post get an NFT." Just make sure that you have an OpenSea account linked to a MetaMask wallet so that I can send it to you, because I can't transfer them to other platforms. But OpenSea is a really, really good platform. They're working more things out. And the NFTs I do are just, just basically for fun. They're just little side arts I do. Cats are way cooler. Much more artistic.
Yours are memes. They're awesome.
Yeah, mine are memes.
I was gonna say I have a NFT. I'm sorry, a giveaway thing that you can do to like, you can make it to where if, say, anyone who retweets this or retweets the call or retweets, you know, the NFT project or whatever it may be, you can do like a raffle kind of thing, and it like does a drawing automatically. So it's kind of cool. If you want that, I can give it to you. I did that for when I was giving away AMC gift cards for the movies. So it's kind of a fun, fair way of picking people. It just does it for you.
Yeah,
Hey,
DM me that, and that way I know exactly what I'm doing before I do it. But right now I got on the YouTube on live, I got the NFT cat sent me up on screen for when I donated to the last Airtype ad they did over the Rose Parade. So they're really good. They're really cool. And I firmly believe they are going to be very collectible in value, like Jay Brett said. So,
Hey, Tara, whenever you have a chance, send me your wallet address, and I'll send you an NFT.
Okay, I'll send it. For some reason, I can't click on you right now because my phone is frozen. But if you could DM me real quick, I think I can DM you back.
The Hollywood sign one, Super Bowl is going to be absolutely blown away amazing, but I don't think people realize how much attention the Hollywood sign SkyTech is going to get. They love taking pictures of the Hollywood sign. So
I don't realize how big the Hollywood sign is. So drive that shit up, man. Trust me.
I'm jealous too. All you Cali apes get to do all the cool shit, man.
Dude, I don't realize how big 5 miles is.
It's just a bit less than 6 and a bit bigger than 4.
I love it,
bro.
That's great.
I am so sorry, but not
That's
really.
the sort of sarcastic remark I would make.
I fucking love you a lot. So
I
yeah,
kind
just
of set myself up for that, I guess.
What's that
But
in
no,
kilometers?
I'm totally with you on that AMC ape army. Like it's hard to conceptualize just how big that is. But it's huge, you know, like imagine you take about 2 miles an hour to walk. So it would take you 2.5 hours to walk that distance.
I just found the funniest tweet that somebody commented on Gasparino's. I'm dying right now. I'm gonna tweet it and then share it. It was Gasparino's tweet about the debt restructuring, and Astronaut Ape typed, "Worry about cobblecock that nobody is paying for, Charlie." And
who's Gasparino?
Charles Gasparino is a Fox Business contributor. He's always using the apes for recognition, and he's always, in my opinion, spews absolute nonsense. But
who is Gasparino?
Oh, I get you.
Sorry, man.
No, you're good, dude. Hey, what's up, Ape Life? You've been having your hand up for a while.
Yeah, I don't normally talk in these things. I normally just listen, but I figured I'd have to chime in a little bit once in a while. I can't even begin to tell you the extreme excitement that I have because I missed my NFT for the Spider-Man, but I heard, I don't know if it's true. I mean, I don't believe everything that everybody says, but is it true that they're giving away an NFT February 3rd for Moonfall?
Yes.
Yes.
I am signed up for that. I bought my tickets already. Me, my daughter, my girlfriend are going.
Nice.
I mean, I just can't believe they keep dropping this price with all this good news between the popcorn and the NFTs and the crypto, and I mean what Cat Stryker just announced. I mean, I'm completely excited. I had to come in this call and say something.
No, absolutely, man. I'm excited for Moonfall too. I'm going to get every NFT they offer. I wanted to see the movie anyways, but think of this. Every NFT that AMC has done so far has sold one for at least a minimum of $20, right? So now basically you get your NFT, you turn around and put it up for $10 and it pays for your movie. So they've created a system where you can go to the movie for free, man. It's amazing.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep the NFTs
Me
because
too.
I think the NFTs are gonna be worth almost just like baseball cards and Pokemon cards. They will be worth some money later on.
Absolutely. I'm keeping all of mine to create yearly collections that then at the end of the year I might decide to put up at auction. But I mean, you know, when I'm at home, you can stream your NFTs to your TV all day and people come in, well, what is that? Oh, it's an NFT. And then all of a sudden you're in the NFT AMC conversation, shilling the shit out of the stock. So
I
it's
do
really,
I do have my I own AMC one, so
yeah, that one's important. Don't, like I said, you guys, the ION AMC NFT, they're going to drop content to you that you have to have the NFT to access, right? So they could gift you gift cards, they could send crypto, they could send digital content, they could send specialized newsletters out that only you would be able to read. So make sure you don't just give those away. And I mean, they're selling for 23 to 25 bucks anyways. So just understand the importance of them.
absolutely. Like I said, all this good news, and I just can't believe it just keeps dropping like this. I mean, I hope they keep this down and for a couple more weeks, maybe a month.
Yep.
Income tax is coming. I plan on putting my whole damn thing in there.
Yep. There's income tax coming in. A lot of people are really coming into their 12-month tax brackets, their tax deductions. They've created such a situation by shorting the stock too much and manipulating the price that, I mean, we never really run out of money. We all either go to work or have some type of income coming in, and there's 4.1 million of us and growing. There's no way the stock price should be at 15 bucks right now or 16. What did we close at today? 1602. It's not logical because when you look at all the brokerage firms and the data, the inflow is always greater than outflow. And the general sentiment on social media is everybody's buying more. So how can they seriously sit there and try to tell us that, you know, the stock price isn't being manipulated? It's wild, man.
Exactly.
Plus, this earning call is gonna probably produce positive cash flow.
Yep.
I mean, pretty damn close.
That's pretty fundamental.
Anyways, love you guys. I'm always on your calls. I support the Ape family 100%. And last thing, fuck you, Kenny. Give me my money.
Fuck you, Kenny. Love it.
Dude,
You gotta
yeah,
say it in
I'm
Cartman's voice.
Still here,
though.
baby.
Fuck you, Kenny.
Fuck you, Kenny.
Thank you, Kenny.
Oh,
I didn't know if I was gonna get kicked off because I got kicked off one call when I said that before.
We've had way worse things.
Oh, I've trust me, I've heard.
Much love, brother.
Later, guys. You can drop me now.
See you guys. I'm going home.
In regards to that
I can hear
NFT,
John Lamb.
who got number one out of that AMC NFT that went out?
I don't
I'm
know.
2319. I've been wondering that forever. Who got that one?
I'm guessing it's probably somebody that's not on social media because I assume that would have been retweeted and tweeted. And
Indeed, that'd be a fun.
I would assume the company would keep the number one mint, but
yeah.
I think Adam Aaron must own 0.0000001. He must do.
I would think so.
you know what when I think about the ION AMC NFT, all I think about is John Wick 3, where they go to Casablanca, I think, and he's got the first minted coin and the first minted
Oh yeah,
thumbprint.
Definitely.
That was such a good movie too.
Hell yeah, man, John Wick 4. Oh my god.
I know, right?
John Wick 4, it's basically the fucking hell. Mate, it's literally going to be the same repeat. It's going to be the Matrix 4 again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they were going to come out with those movies on the same day, and they were going to call it Keanu Reeves Day originally.
I love Keanu Reeves, but fuck it, that last film was dog shit.
Oh,
I thought The Matrix was okay, but I saw it in theater, so.
I saw a lot of potential value in the new movie franchise. Was there some stuff that was corny? Yeah, there definitely was some come on guys, y'all could have done better
Let's
than
change
that.
the subject. Spider-Man, fucking winner.
Oh yeah. Everybody that goes to see Spider-Man comes back and tells me, because I've been giving people tickets and gift cards, and they're like, dude, Spider-Man was the movie that reignited the theaters, in my opinion. Sony finally did it right, and they did a great job. And I think the partnerships that Marvel and Sony and Disney are working on together with these movies is brilliant. Because cross-Universal movie, it's fan service, but now everybody that didn't see the original Spider-Man because they're too young or just missed it, they're going back and buying the original Spider-Man now to rewatch them.
I mean,
brilliant.
Everyone must watch Spider-Man 3 and
People
experience Emo Toby. If you don't experience Emo Toby, why are you even living?
Bully Maguire.
I wouldn't call him anything but Emo Toby for the next ever. Once I saw that movie.
Well,
hey
guys,
because the
got
hair
a question.
The hair flip.
The people in Spider-Verse didn't understand why Spider-Man was doing that weird dance to that music. So now everybody is figuring it out.
He's British.
Hey guys, I have a question. Did anyone else get a notice for a class action settlement in Plaid privacy litigation?
No, but I know there is a law firm right now. I forgot their name. I'll repost it. They're going against Robinhood. They're the law firm that represented the 27-year-old trucker from New Jersey who won his suit against Robinhood.
Yeah, I just got
this
notice in my mail. So I know a lot of people back when we were doing the share. What is it?
Say anything.
Yeah, say anything. Yeah, the say technology
Sorry,
thing.
Say Technologies.
People connected through Plaid, and I just got this class action settlement notice in my mail. So I just wondered, did anyone else get it?
What firm is it from?
I don't know where to look for that information. But there's a website. It's plaidsettlement.com.
That's interesting because I know the law firm I called, the one from New Jersey. I got to get the name again. They said they're actively working on being awarded the rights to a class action against Robinhood for January 28th.
This law firm looks like it's from Philadelphia.
I'm sure there's more than one. I mean, I can imagine. I know there was 4 specifically that I called on January 28th that have all my information. So that's good that these are starting to get kicked out. That's a really good thing. If you have anything you can post on it, man, let me know. I'll go to your feed and check it out.
Sure, I'll just black out my name, whatever. I'll post something. And
right on.
Yeah, I just wonder if anyone else got it. I cannot be the only one.
I haven't checked my mail. I check my mail like every 2 weeks, dude. So I don't like going to the mailbox.
Well, same here. I just happen to have it. I don't know how long it's been sitting in my mailbox, but
yeah.
Every time.
Anyway, I just want to ask. I'll step down.
I was gonna say, I just got an email from that last week, and I saw a bunch of other people posting about it too. It's just a settlement from Plaid for them using your account access from back when they were, I think, remember when everybody was confirming their shares and linking their accounts. I guess it violated some privacy or something. So it's in regards to that.
You're right.
Yeah, I emailed SayTech and requested that all my data be removed immediately when Robinhood bought that. Now, who knows if they actually did it? But when you really go back and look, and Robinhood decided to buy SayTech, and we're all sitting here so you took the buy button away, and then you're going to try to disrupt any type of movement we have into creating health in our stock. I mean, Robinhood's just a dumpster fire. I firmly believe they will go bankrupt, go out of business, and you will see Vlad Tenev behind bars. That dude he sold stock at the top of the pump after Kramer pushed buying Hood on the IPO. I mean, come on, man. I mean, he sold at the very top. If that's not insider trading, I don't know what it is. So, what's up, Hollywood?
Hey there. Sorry about that. Hit the wrong button. So I just wanted to comment on the Moonwalk NFT because it sounds like a bunch of people from what I've seen on Twitter are confused. That is not an AMC NFT.
Which one?
The Moonwalk one that's coming out.
The Moonfall one.
Moonfall.
Well,
yes.
AMC is promoting it on the movie through the Stubbs Connect. So
every theater is promoting it. That's by Lionsgate. They're the issuer of that one.
Right.
And it is going to Cinemark, to Regal, to everybody.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I'm pretty sure you have to be on Investor Connect to get it through AMC. Is that right?
No.
Is that what Swing was saying? You can get it if you're on Investor Connect?
Let me bring it up.
No, you can get it from any online ticket purchasing to any theater. Any IMAX theater.
Maybe that's why Adam Aaron didn't directly tweet about it.
Yeah.
Either way, if movie theater attendance, so even if Cinemark's attendance increases while AMC's increases, it helps the box office. So
it helps the bullish thesis for movie theaters in general to be doing well.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's just, like what you were saying about social media being monitored by other entities. When people go around saying that AMC is promoting this, that this is an AMC thing, it makes us look dumb. And that's not what you want that's not what you want the narrative to be.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I missed it.
So AMC Stubbs is promoting Moonfall through an NFT platform, right? So you buy the ticket, you get the NFT. Me personally, as long as AMC is engaging and giving away NFTs, they might not get a royalty for it. They may get a royalty for it. I got to read the contract body. But as long as they keep engaging the communities, I'm all about it, regardless of if it's an original AMC NFT or not. I mean, we've already had 2 people come on here and say they're going specifically to get the NFT. So it's bullish news.
No, I'm not saying it's not bullish news, but in a way, but I'm saying, it is what it is, and at least know what it is, because this isn't part of, like the Spider-Man one, that's an AMC NFT. That's an exclusive.
Yeah, that was exclusive, right?
That's an exclusive.
But I think the point is it's just another thing that's bullish, that if we see more movies going the NFT route, I mean, it brings attention even back to the fact that AMC was the trailblazer there. They were the first ones to do it with Spider-Man. Therefore, seeing other movie producers wanting to follow suit, whether it's just AMC exclusive or not, isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's still something. We're always talking about movies that are coming out and the news around the movies, just because it helps our stock and helps our company. So even if it's not AMC exclusive, it's something that Spence, Swing, Jen, Flip even put up a whole list of the movies coming out for 2022, I believe. So it's promoting movies that are coming up and letting people know, hey, this is going to be something good, and here's an NFT you can get also if you decide to go see the movie. So it never hurts. I hope that makes sense. And really quick, I just wanted to say thank you so much to Pam. She said she went ahead and went over to your YouTube stream to help out. So I told her there are shills in the chat. We need you. She moderates so many different YouTube. Every time I go on a stream, I went on Boss Blunt's stream this morning, which was awesome. Shout out to him. He keeps holding it down, talking about AMC, showing the ticker, still bullish. And Pam was there moderating and always says hello, is always so kind. And I just love that woman. I know she's met up with Kat down in LA. So maybe, just maybe one of these days I'll get to be there for one of those. Thank you, Pam. Just want to say I appreciate you doing that so much.
Yeah, absolutely, Pam. I appreciate it. And now suddenly Amber Richardson made a new account to come back, so we'll just remove her again. It's funny. But Pam is knocking it out of the park on the moderator. So much appreciated. And I just went back to AMC Stubs, and it looks like Jackass Forever has bonus content right now. I don't know if it's if it's a few day early premiere that you can get it, but they're saying there's bonus content. So you guys might want to check that out. I'll post about it once I get off the call. So what's up, Sue Ray?
All right, thanks, guys. I'm going to throw out some props. Is my audio good?
Yeah, sound great.
All right, the first one goes out to Tara. She promised me a favor when I died, and I thought I needed to collect a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't, so thank you. But until it's after Moash, you don't owe me shit. After that, I'll pay for all that fucking shit. Kat, you know who I am. You know I work for the second biggest media company in the country, and I can save you money on some of that shit. So if you need to, reach out. I've gave you some info. It wasn't what the info was, but you know what it did, and we both know what the fuck it may be doing. Spence always holds a cool call. Nobody ever fucks with me on his calls. Been on a few with Jen. She's great. People get after my ass because I'm old. And they've got after me because of who I work for.
We're the melting pot, man.
Yeah, well, I've been melting my ass off. My 8th anniversary is tomorrow. So thumbs up.
Dude, tax deduction, buddy. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't want the tax deduction. I want the fucking tendies.
Well, you're going to get more now because you got your tax rebound. So I'd rather pay 15 or 12% than 45 myself. So
no shit, brother.
Right on, man.
But
thanks for coming up again.
You bet. I'm gonna bounce out of here. I got to go get some shit done. Y'all have a good night. God bless.
Right on, you too, man.
He sounds like a guy I would love to sit down and have a beer with.
Oh, yeah. I notice in the calls there's always a lot of Texas and a lot of Cali apes, a lot of UK apes. It's awesome seeing where everybody's from, man. And that AMC roll call that happened the other day, that was great last week. I think everybody should just kick that back up again and just, Cali holding AMC long, Michigan holding AMC long. I think that was the community was in a little bit of a lull, and I think that really brought it back. So I guess we should figure out what the Moonfall NFT platform is on. I assumed it was on Wax. If anybody's got that info.
Where do you reside, Spence?
Albuquerque, New Mexico. I still have my house in Michigan, but I'm in Albuquerque now. So
it's definitely a lot warmer in New Mexico than it is in Michigan right now.
Oh, bro, it's like 50 degrees here today, man. It was beautiful.
Dude,
I will be back in Michigan for summer for a month or two. So,
what part of Michigan?
Beaverton, Michigan. A couple hours away from Grand Rapids.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm from GR.
We're the town that had all the dams break a couple years ago.
Dude, oh.
Yeah, it destroyed a lot of houses in Midland and Sanford. So,
dude, could you imagine seeing all that water coming at you, dude?
Bro, my house is the first house after Smallwood Dam, and luckily that's the only one that didn't break. So I was outside watching the river just come up and up and up. It was pretty wild.
Oh my God, I couldn't imagine, dude.
Well, I'm gonna mute for a minute, and I'm gonna go research what platform the Moonfall NFT is on. So you guys, whatever you want to talk about, go for it.
Let's talk about NFTs, I guess, or something.
Okay, here we go. Here's like what Hollywood was saying. Forbes has an article on the Lionsgate Moonfall NFT. It's for IMAX showing Thursday, February 3rd.
I posted about it just a few minutes, like just a minute ago or so on my Twitter, specifically about AMC, like the AMC portion of it, right? It's the one from I think the Investor Connect site that basically it's an FAQ about the Moonfall NFT, who's eligible and what platform it's on. It's on autograph.io. And then like who's eligible is like if you're a Premier member or a Stubs member or whatever, like Premier members, you have to just reserve, but it's specifically for the February 3rd showing. It's specifically for IMAX showings. And if you are, a Premier member, then you just have to reserve since, you get free movies. If you're not, if you're a Stubs member or whatever, if you order through the web, if you reserve your tickets to the website or through the mobile app, then you're eligible.
Right on, man. Thank you. What platform did you say it was on? The NFT?
Autograph.io.
Autograph.
I had never heard of it until that moment.
Man, I can't wait till all these platforms find a way to. I want all my NFTs in one freaking wallet, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's one of the things that's working both for and against the crypto community, because when you move to like a singular wallet across multiple different, types of blockchains, not just, Ethereum or EVM compatible blockchains, that like you basically need a new wallet for each one of those because, MetaMask will more or less only work for EVM compatible wallets. And, then you've got different wallets that will work for different things aside from like some of the hardware wallets, like some of the hardware wallets will support it all, right? Like the Ledger wallet will support like anything, or pretty much, like all the big ones anyway.
Okay, I have heard of Autograph.io. They're more based on like a sports NFT platform from what I've read. So that's pretty cool. Maybe Adam Aaron should get in contact with them about NFL NFTs.
The 76ers.
Oh, yeah, because he used to be an owner.
Exactly. I was waiting on that.
Yeah, he's still a big fan, too. He's always tweeting and posting about it. So
he's got lifetime tickets, man.
Yeah, Autograph is owned by Tom Brady.
Ah, that's what it was. Thank you very much. Dude, I intake so much information from everybody every week that my brain, I feel like Johnny Mnemonic or however you say it. Like, it's wild.
Mnemonic?
Mnemonic, yeah. Silent M. Like, yeah, my neighbor comes over to talk to me, and I just, like, spew everything. I regurgitate everything everybody says about the stock and NFTs, and she gets annoyed.
Low key, she's probably utilizing all that information, bro. She's making bank.
She knows I'm going to be rich, so she's always bringing me cookies and cooking dinner and stuff. So really, really good neighbor, man. I lucked out with my neighbor. They're great people.
Yeah, I got a question for you, Spence.
Go for it.
As far as NFT goes, like back in my younger days, I was like all about concerts. That's all I ever did. I got really lucky. I got backstage a lot of places too. One of my best ones was Dave Grohl, though, and I ripped out like a page from a old Maxim magazine, and he signed it, and he laughed his ass off when he saw it too. So, if I was to take a photo of that, I could turn that into an NFT, could I not?
I mean,
you can make an NFT out of pretty much anything, but if you try to sell it and it's got copyright issues, like there was one Marvel artist who created a Spider-Man NFT on the side that sold for like millions of dollars, right?
Okay.
Well, then Marvel immediately came out and said, yeah, don't ever do that again. So it's
one thing though is, and this is where I think NFTs have real significant power, is that you can tie the actual physical asset and the physical asset ownership with that NFT. So what I like, the way I would like to think about it, and the way I think that this will eventually start to work, particularly around property like houses or cars or whatever, is that
electronic deeds. Like NFT by my deed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so like the same thing will probably happen with the collectibles market. If you have a signed autograph from Dave Grohl, for example, on that Maxim magazine page, essentially what you would do is, get it protected by putting it in a frame or whatever, take a photo of it, make an NFT of it, and then say as part of the metadata that if you own this NFT, you own the physical
Photograph.
the physical object, right?
Yeah.
And so the delivery of that NFT to somebody like you selling it on a platform would then preclude that you also send them that physical asset. But another thing that could really be cool and useful for is for people who own very high end, real physical art as well.
Yeah.
You could put something, you could put a picture on loan or something like that to a museum. They could, borrow it from you for free or something, and or there could be some sort of cut of the gate. And then that could go back to that individual, or if you donated it to a charity, then people who go and visit the museum would in part be donating to the charity that had donated that painting or whatever. So I mean, I would say that it's possible. I just don't know if the frameworks are in place yet to do so.
Check this out real quick. Lionsgate and Moonfall also put out an augmented reality game that you can download to, I guess, try and find the moon or something like that. But they're giving away prizes from, I think, Lexus. And one of the prizes is the chance to go to a private screening of Moonfall, and the AR experience will provide us usual marketing materials, but you'll have a chance to win a trip to the Lexus Performance Driving School for a full day experience. So
Dude, sounds pretty
check
cool.
out the app.
Now, I will also say that while I have not done that particular school, I have done one of those performance driving school type things before. I did what is his name? The Richard Petty driving experience at Texas Motor Speedway about a decade ago. And that, I gotta say, like, doing something like that, it's an amazing experience. It's not cheap. It's not something that a lot of people, can typically do. But if you get the opportunity to do it, anything like it, any of those performance driving things, if you enjoy driving, if you find any sort of racing to be interesting, you will absolutely, without a doubt, have a blast. I also have the video. They had a camera and a VCR inside the NASCAR that I drove, and I have the full 10-minute clip of me driving, starting from the pit and going 10 laps around Texas Motor Speedway before I come in. And like, I got to drive 140 miles an hour. It was legal. And I can tell you that when you have, what is it, something like 1,000 horsepower like those things have,
Yeah.
And you've got your foot on the throttle. It is an experience.
I just pinned the tweet with the AR Moonfall game. If you open it, all you got to do is scan it with your phone camera. It's an IR tag. So this is exciting to me, not necessarily because it has just things to do with AMC, but if they're going to start incorporating augmented reality into movie releases, AMC could capitalize on that huge by creating augmented reality markers in their theaters that when you walk in, you can pull your phone up and see movie ads by scanning your phone over certain areas in the theater, just like you would play Pokemon Go. So I'm super, super excited for this stuff to hit, to become more accessible. Because imagine this, you take your kids to the movie theater and you show up 30 minutes early. They bust their phones out and they can see little like Toy Story characters running around. That would be absolutely amazing. What's up, Ben?
What's going on? Thanks for hosting the space. I just had a quick question. And I'm sorry, I just joined, so I don't know if you guys have covered this. But as far as tomorrow is concerned, I was under the understanding that they're voting tomorrow to decide if they have to release the information of how they gained their shares. Is that correct?
I haven't had a chance to deep dive into it, but from what I understood, from what people said, that sounds pretty accurate. Now, is it going to pass or not? I love the fact that it's even a conversation topic, but like I said, I have zero faith in the morality of any of these entities right now. I really hope it happens that way.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree with you, and I mean, I hope it passes. Someone in another AMC space was saying that they thought it already passed, but I was under the assumption, and I haven't deep dived into it either, but I was under the assumption that they were voting on it tomorrow. It is a good thing that they're voting on it, but I agree with you. I don't think it's going to pass, but thank you for having me up.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Man, I can't thank Pam enough for coming on to the YouTube as a moderator. The engagement has increased significantly because she's weeding out the busters. So good job, Tara. Thank you for getting that set up.
Spence, you got to say it like Vin Diesel. Bustas.
Busters. I am Groot. Dude, I can't believe there hasn't been more memes with Vin Diesel as far as like AMC and GME, like the family memes.
I'm sure if he comes out with another Fast and Furious movie in the next year or two, there probably will be.
The only thing I didn't like about Fast and Furious 9, and I'm sorry if you're a John Cena fan, I can't deal with him, dude. He's like a really buff, earnest, scared stupid. You know what I mean? But the movie wasn't too bad. It's Fast and Furious. I loved the part where they had Brian's Skyline come back for dinner, like like Paul Walker never actually died, which sucked. That broke my heart. But they at the end of the movie they said, oh, there's still one seat open, and they had Brian O'Connor come back in a Skyline at the end of the movie. It was awesome.
They did something very similar with Ghostbusters Afterlife, which if y'all haven't seen that one, you can buy it on AMC On Demand. I'm gonna shill that right now. And B,
yeah,
they brought back I don't know how they digitally created what is his name?
Harold Ramis.
Bill Ramis or Raimi. I think it's Raimi.
No, Harold Ramis.
Harold Ramis. Thank you. Yeah, Harold Ramis. Yeah, like the way that they brought him back and digitally created him and made him look older, I thought, like, wow, the amount of work in CGI and the amount of progress that has been made in some CGI has just been phenomenal. Of course, you get sometimes the other side of that, which is the Matrix you know, they had some spots in the new Matrix movie where the CGI was kind of, you know, very much like
Unreal Engine, buddy.
Yep.
Did you see the interview where Keanu Reeves was like talking to the Unreal Engine people, and he's like, "Can you make porn?" And they're like, "Yeah, no comment, man."
I did not see that, but now I want to go see it.
I'll invite Keanu Reeves to the next call, so look out for that one.
Dude, if Keanu Reeves actually showed up, I would probably lose my shit. That dude is so cool.
I don't think he's on Twitter, is he? Unless he has like a fake account. I don't think I've ever seen an official Keanu account.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he's not on Twitter.
Yeah.
He's one of those low-key celebrities. He stays off the radar. He kind of does like I don't know if anybody's ever looked into it or not, but I have in the past. And Keanu Reeves does these like random acts of kindness and like doesn't want to take much credit for it. He does these really like awesome charitable things, and he's just such a humble person. And if you like look at any of the interviews he's done or the way that he's interacted with people who've not been, blessed with celebrity, I guess and calling it a blessing is kind of a double-edged sword, really, because there's good things about being a celebrity and there's definitely drawbacks, right? But
he's had a pretty rough go at life, man. He's lost a lot of people.
He really has, and that's a perfect thing to bring up too. And I think that plays into his humility a little bit, but also part of all of that is why he's I think is part of why he's such a charitable person. Like, I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of great things to say about a lot of celebrities. Like, I won't trash a lot of them, but I can't say enough good things about him. And that for me is really difficult to say about a vast majority of celebrities. So I'll watch anything he's in, just because of how he has interacted with his fans and with people who are not necessarily his fans, but who are on hard times that he's gone through and helped out. Like, the stories are just endless. It's kind of like the random encounters with Bill Murray, right? It's kind of on that same level. There's another celebrity I'll talk about, endlessly in good ways. It's the random Bill Murray stuff and sightings, because like that dude is
Zombieland, man.
Yeah, and I mean, like, the fact that he was so candid about like his regret being Garfield and just was willing to put himself on the chopping block for that joke just shows his character, in my opinion.
So apparently there's a contest for Jackass Forever too. If you buy tickets for the certain date, the screening, you are entered in for a chance to win an extreme sports package. The rules are on AMC Stubs. If you guys go there, you can check it out. But you guys see what's happening. The AMC has triggered the industry into realizing that promotional events to go to movies and NFTs, it's working. And I think AMC, being, the godfather of getting this into the community, is going to tie in with their retail popcorn sales. I think AMC retail popcorn is now going to be the main platform for movie promotions, to be having redeemable codes on the popcorn boxes. So not only are people going to go see the movies, but they're going to be buying the crap out of this popcorn to try to get these redeemable content. Because if you buy popcorn right now, you get the popcorn. That's it. But if I buy AMC popcorn and they put redeemable NFT codes on there, or movie ticket redemptions, or crypto redemptions, that's big, man. They've done it. We've done it. This was our idea. The community put it out. AMC implemented it, and it's working. So I'm pretty pumped up. Even the augmented reality game for Moonfall, that's going to catch on. And I hope, if Adam Aaron and AMC are listening, augmented reality incorporated into with the Stubs app. When I open Stubs in the AMC theater, I can open it up and play something inside the theater. My kid can see little movie characters running around, or see little I own AMC NFT icons floating around that you can click on and win something. It's endless. So Can everybody hear us okay? PJ just DM me and said they can't hear us.
Yeah, I can hear you,
Captain.
Can everybody hear okay?
I can hear you, Spence.
Yeah, I can hear.
Yep, I got you.
It's just PJ then.
Yeah, I told her maybe to restart her app.
Yeah, you're loud and clear, bro.
All right.
Well, I mean, we're all speakers, so it could be some weird thing between speakers and listeners too. So, because at the time, I think PJ wasn't a speaker.
Just for health and sanity, because we've had 2 calls in a row. We'll take the next 2 speakers, and then we'll end the call. We'll end it on some positive notes, and just some panelists saying the last thoughts on their head, because I want to go eat dinner because I'm hungry. So,
Hey, Jay.
What's up?
So, just to touch on your Richard Petty experience, you should look up the Larry Dixon ride along, bro. It's expensive. They advertise it as $1 a horsepower. It's $10,000, bro. You're sitting in a
Oh my God.
you're sitting in a 10,000 horsepower top fuel dragster like it's qualifying day, bro.
Gotcha. I kind of figured that's where you were going with that when you said $10,000 and $1 a horsepower. I was like, 10,000 horsepower. What vehicles actually have 10,000 horsepower? And I'm like,
Dude,
well, it's not Formula One. They're at a
I
little over
I couldn't
1,000.
I couldn't imagine, bro, going 300 miles an hour in less than 4 seconds, dude.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to be quite the experience. I would imagine it's pretty close to like a Tesla Plaid in Plaid mode or in ludicrous mode or whatever.
Dude,
But
no.
even that's not
Yo.
even that's not like really doing it justice, because like the amount of G's you have to pull there,
Dude,
that's crazy.
maybe it's close to like rocket shit, like the space shuttle, maybe. But that's like from a dead stop, dude. That's nuts. You're pulling like 5-6 G's on your body, dude.
It's fun though.
Yep.
Have you been on Top Thrill Dragster, Cedar
Oh
Point?
my gosh, dude. There's one
On
in
the
Old
front?
Town in
Hell yeah.
Kissimmee.
Cedar Point.
Fucking love it.
No, there's one in Old Town in Kissimmee where I live at in Florida. Dude, nuts. I went when I was a kid, and it was the craziest thing I've ever done in my life. But now that I saw the Larry Dixon experience, I want to save up $10,000.
Maybe we'll do a group skydiving event after the squeeze, man.
That is not on my radar. I'm staying the hell away from skydiving.
Oh, it's wonderful, man.
No, dude, you gotta be some sort of crazy to do that, dude.
Never tried it. Wow. You've done it, Spence?
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. Like
That's cool. I've thought about it, but I don't know.
I'm one of those people who don't like heights, so yeah, that's a no-go for me.
I love
like
roller
I'll do roller
coasters.
coasters.
I'll get on any roller coaster. So
Dude, ladders are pretty tough for me, so I don't think I can handle being 1,000 feet high.
Well, keep in mind, I did a lot of flying too, so.
I did it once, and the guy didn't strap me in tight enough, and I felt so uncomfortable the whole way down. But I do suggest I did it in Colorado, and so he only took me up to like 9,000 feet, and like he ended up, he was like, "Do you want to do a backflip out of the plane?" I was like, "Sure, let's do it." But he like instantly is pulling the pre-shoot. So I suggest if you do it, go down to sea level so that you get a fall farther, because I was expecting to do some like diving like Star Trek, when they're going down onto that.
Oh, to get
whatever.
the drill, the
Yeah,
suborbital
on the drill. That's what I wanted to do. I was like,
I mean,
and when he's pulling the pre-shoot, I was like, this sucks.
That's a movie I
think
wish
the
I
way
would have
to do
watched in
that,
theater.
Yeah, I think the way to do that though is like you work eventually to get up enough hours and jumps in order to do your own stuff, and then you
Yeah,
get
it's
to
ridiculous
control
though.
when
It's
the
like
shoot goes.
2,000 jumps or 200
Is it
jumps. Either
really?
way, it's a lot of jumps just to like be able to jump alone. I wanted to do. I think that's what it is. I wanted to do the wingsuit, and that would be sweet. But I think
Or-
that's 2,000 jumps.
You
And
join the army
dude,
and
that's
get
like,
certified. It's probably cheaper.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but then you have to be in the army.
Yeah.
I've known too many people in the army and have heard those stories and experiences. I'm like, nope, not for me.
You know, the sucky parts suck and the good parts I wouldn't trade my time in for anything. It created a lot of great opportunities, but it also created a lot of really bad times. So, you know, it's just one of those things, man, you know.
Spence, did you know anybody who went to CAG selection for like special forces?
Oh yeah.
Dude,
Yep.
I bet you those guys were diesel as fuck, dude.
Well,
I mean,
they wanted me to go to flight concepts, and I was like in the best shape of my life. My commander was trying to get me to go to flight concepts and do all this stuff, and I just had met my kid's mother, so I was all, you know, in puppy love and shit. But you know, who knows which path my life would have taken if I would have went for that. I could have ended up in another country stealing random helicopters or dead, and instead now I'm sitting here talking with you guys about AMC stock. So you never know what's gonna happen, man.
Dude, my Uber driver today was cool, man. He had a Iraqi freedom veteran hat on, and we got to talking. And on our way home, we got to talking about mental illness and stuff. And it was it was a pretty heavy conversation, dude. But he was such a sweetheart of a guy, dude. Because one of my best buddies, I didn't see him for like 4 years, whatever, and he came back stateside, and we hung out. Ended up getting pretty drunk, and long story short, he stayed the night, bro, and had an episode in the middle of the night, dude. And my dad used to do the same stuff, bro, especially like when he had Parkinson's and stuff. Like it was nuts, bro. Like, cause I don't know, bro. You don't see that shit. You know what I mean? It's like when you do see it, it's emotional, bro, and it's like it's hard, it's tough, bro. And see what they got to go through, and knowing you can't do anything, man.
That's why I'm such a big supporter of the VA using medical marijuana. And now they're talking. At one point in time, they were gonna give a pill form of DMT to veterans, and I wrote them and I said that's like the worst thing you could possibly do. But they are researching now a form of psilocybin to give to veterans that I 100% a low dose microdosing for veterans with PTSD would absolutely take PTSD off the playing board. So
facts. Dude, shrooms are amazing, dude, in and of themselves, dude.
The research was killed in the 90s for psilocybin, and that like really, or maybe it was the 80s, but it really, really hurt progress into a very promising psychological tool for doctors. Like my friend is a psychiatrist in her last year of residency. This is my best friend, and she said that, like, you know, because of that, it set research back like I think 20 years or something like that. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it's starting to make a resurgence now. It's starting to gain traction again. And if it continues moving in the way that it is, and if you haven't seen the Netflix documentary on it, I highly encourage watching it. I think it's called Fantastic Fungi, and it's by this like basically the guy who's become an expert on this was just an enthusiast. He was an amateur. He just got into it, started doing research, learning about, you know, various fungi and their benefits in the human body. And they also go into like they then pull in other experts that talk about the, you know, medicinal and evolutionary benefits of of fungi in general, and how, you know, mycelium are such a huge part of how our brains have developed, in that, you know, essentially our neurons in our brains are modeled very closely to mycelium and how they communicate. So
it's a fantastic documentary, and it also talks about like the future of that kind of research and the potential benefits that it can have for people who have, you know, not just PTSD, but all sorts of like debilitating brain issues and physical issues, because it can rebuild and repair those networks. That's what the mycelium can do that, and it's some interesting stuff for sure.
What's up, Ben? You've had your hand up for a while, man. What's going on?
Hey, I actually just got to get out of here, but I wanted to thank you guys for hosting the space. I also just wanted to say, you know,
why does it always cut people out when they're doing that? We lost you, Ben.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I got into the stock market a couple years ago, and you know, I started playing around with a little Doge prior to the spike back in January, and you know, I never really got into AMC. I got actually into Naked towards the end of late last year, but I ended up purchasing my first AMC shares last Friday. I know that you guys were pushing for it, so I joined the movement, but you know, I just want to say, you know, I do feel like Naked, which is now Centro, is one of the 8 movements as well. And, you know, I just feel like we need to spread unity between all of us, because we're all in the same play. We're all fighting against the same people. And you know, positivity throughout the communities, you know, and staying together. Don't let them push us apart. We're in this together, and it's happening. It's gonna happen. And nothing I say is financial advice, obviously. And I'm not trying to switch you guys sides or anything. I'm more chill. I know I got banned. Jake banned me from a couple
I made a
spaces.
word to identify apes that hold more than just one squeeze stock or crypto. It's called bistoctual. So, you know, you're not hurting anybody's feelings here, man. A lot of people in here
Well, I
own
appreciate
more
you.
than one.
What if you have more than 2 though?
The main
That
the
only
main
implies 2.
aspect that I was trying to get across though was just the fact that, you know, we just have to be together. And you know, I feel like there's so many people trying to push us apart that if we let them take control of our minds and, like, you know, force us to fight amongst each other, it's just a super negative environment. And you know,
Totally agree with you, man. You're breaking up again, though. Look, you know, if you want to come in, I'm mainly AMC. I've got other stocks. Everybody's usually got some other play going. Don't instantly assume if you come in and talk about something else, we're going to come after you. Ben, you know, I'm glad you came up and talked about that, because January 28th affected more than AMC and GME. It affected a lot of stocks. I mean, it was the most criminal fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. I really hope, you know, with Cat's Hollywood thing going up and the Super Bowl thing going up and this community re-engagement we're having lately, this more unifying vibe, I am really expecting something to come out on January 28th. I really hope Adam Aaron tweets something. That would be just the ultimate boss move. Like you said, though, it's getting pretty late. My dog fell asleep again. I got to take him out potty. We've been going for over 3 hours now. We'll probably host another call this week sometime, as long as there's some more news to talk about. If I don't do like a formal AMC call, I might just host one just for chit chat for like an hour. But if anybody has any good content material you want to talk about in the next call, please DM me. I've got a lot of good stuff today. Thank you for everybody that DM me. Thanks for the NFT I got from my boy. Get on AMC Stubs. Get signed up. Sign up to Investor Connect. Make sure you go to the movies. Engage in all the posts. And stay positive, guys. If anybody has anything they want to close out with, feel free.
Yeah, don't forget
Show
about
the
AMC on
fuck
demand.
out of AMC. To everybody, anybody that you come into contact with, shill the absolute fuck out of AMC.
Yeah.
And don't forget to also remind people about AMC On Demand.
Yes.
Like Spence has done a great job of promoting that, and I should have promoted it sooner because I knew about it sooner than he mentioned it. So that I dropped the ball there, but I think Spence did a great job of bringing that to everybody's attention.
And AMC caught on to it, man. When we started talking about it, we were like, well, what is it? What is it? How does it work? And they didn't really promote it. And then when we figured out that when you buy a movie on AMC On Demand, it stays in your library. You can rewatch it as many times as you want. When you rent it, it's just like iTunes. And now AMC On Demand is now on the Apple Store. It's on iTunes. So they've increased their platform spread, and the type of content going on there is increasing, and their advertising for it is increasing. So what we do works.
Some movies are not available for full purchase, just FYI, and you
Right.
can only rent them. But it is worth noting that it has a rental feature where you can, if like let's say you missed going and seeing it at the box office because you couldn't, you can rent it. It's going to cost you the same as it would to go to the movie. But you've got 48 hours to watch it. So, like, if you're stuck at home with a newborn child, and let's say that, you're waiting for that child to go to sleep and you want to watch a movie downstairs with the baby monitor on, like, that's a perfect way to do something like that, particularly if you can't get out to the movie theaters. And that was not directed at Jen. It just was something I was remembering.
I was gonna say,
that's a
like,
good
thanks,
example.
Brent. Now I know what to do when the baby comes. So,
all this talk about the Cali apes meeting up to go to the movies and everything that's going on, don't forget that we talked about that trademark filing for AMC, We Make Movies Better. In that filing, they talked about having a platform for movie reviews. You start an account, and you're, like a social media account, and you review movies and can talk to other moviegoers and even meet up and say like this, like, okay, I'm going to Moonfall by myself Wednesday, right? I might take the neighbor, who knows? But I could get on there and be like, who's all going to Moonfall? Oh, cool. Let's go meet at the Chili's, have a drink, and go watch it together as a group like the Cali Apes are doing. So I'm really looking forward to some kind of comment from AMC on that trademark filing. Because, man, if they incorporated some type of social platform with stubs, with the NFTs, with the movies coming out, it's just, AMC is redefining entertainment, and it's working, and it's all based on the ideas that you guys have given to the company. So not only are we smart stockholders, we're probably the most valued stockholders by any corporation that's on the market. But with that, I'm going to say my goodbyes. Thank you all for coming. Thanks, Pam, for moderating the YouTube channel. The shills and the short seller haters are out. Lord Fed, sorry you got blocked, bro. You destroyed yourself. That's just being, your own negativity ate you alive. So everybody have a good night. Go see Moonfall. Sign up for stubs. Use AMC On Demand. And everybody, I hope you stay healthy and you don't get the COVID, or you get over the COVID. So peace
sounds
out,
good,
everybody.
Spence. Awesome.
Go
Thank
get
you
some
for
food,
letting me
Spence.
co-host too.
Thanks. Make sure you follow Jen and Jay Brett and Swing and everybody that helps co-host. They are amazing. Love you guys so much.
You're amazing. And AMC to the moon, baby. Let's go.
Woo!
Booga 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 booga.
Have you seen the TikToks where people, I know it had to have been in a Walmart, where somebody started to what is it called technically when you do the anyway.
Oh, the ape call, yeah.
Yeah,
on the
but anyway,
TikToks.
they did that, and then there was like people on the other side of the store that responded. So I don't know if it was like staged per se, but it didn't seem like that was actually staged. But it was quite amusing. It made the rounds on, I think, Instagram as well, because I don't use TikTok.
Jay.
So,
Larry,
all right, guys.
Larry Dixon, my boy.
I'll keep it in mind.
Dude, I'll go half on it.
Hey, guys, feel free to start your own calls after this too. Just because we end it doesn't mean you can't keep going, man. Hook up with each other, DM each other, and if you want to talk about anything, start your own call and kick it, dude. Y'all have the power.
Keep the AMC party going if you want.
Yeah.
Spence, share the NFT with your people, bro.
Oh, I did, man. I even put it up on the YouTube, so it's all live.
Oh,
I'll shill for you, man. You're pretty cool.
You're a lovely guy, dude.
All right, guys. Peace out.
Peace, buddy. Hey,
night.
Have a great night. Enjoy your dinner. Tell all your animals.
Peace out, everyone. Thanks for coming to the call. You guys rock. Probably host another call Thursday or Friday, depending on content. Pam, thank you so much. I can't say it enough. Having a moderator is a lifesaver. So, everybody.